And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and I'm on Twitter as well. Tweet me at Dan Who Reviews. And if you do follow me on either of those places, then you know Thursday night right here on this channel is the place to be, especially if you like Marvel Legends and a bit of toy talk and some more nonsense, because that is exactly what we do here every single Thursday, and it's always fun. But you know me, with 78 weeks in now, literally 78 weeks in a row, no breaks, consistently streaming, but I haven't done it on my own. This man has been here the whole time with me. It is Hero.Collections, aka Brandon. Happy Thursday, mate.
Yo, happy Thursday, brother. How are you?
Mate, I've got a Koppelberg in my hand now, so I'm
there you go.
Like,
there you go.
It was
recovered from Sunday's headache.
Well, it was like because obviously January's that long month of payday. Literally, the cupboard, like old Mother Hubbard, like there was nothing. There was nothing. It was like moths flying out of our fridges and stuff. So like desperate for a payday so we could go shopping. So went shopping, fridge is full, Koppelberg in hand, so I feel a lot better. Saying that though, I'm broke again now because I've spent all my money on toys and a new computer. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But how about you? How's this week gone for you?
This week isn't too bad, bro. It's not too bad at all. It just went quick. It just went really, really quick.
Not a bad thing.
You know?
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing, no. But yeah, it went quick. Other than that, it's been good.
Have work making you go back into an office, or are you still able to work remote?
No, I think I will have the option to if I want to, but no.
Oh, would you?
I'm more or less. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm more or less home based now. Anyway, so. Yeah, I'm permanently from home.
Happy.
If there are like in-person meetings and stuff, then I'll go in. But yeah, I used to wake up at 5, leave the house at 6. I'd be at the office for 8, and I'd start work at 9.
Bloody hell! That's
I used to leave at
3 hours of your day gone, and it's not even work.
Yeah, I used to leave at 5, get home at about 7, half 7, eat dinner, and then that was it.
That thank God that's
there's no reason.
You've literally gained 6 hours of your life back a day.
Yeah, and I've been working with this company for about 2.5 years, and I did 6 months in the office, and the rest has been at home. So I don't actually know how to do my role
in the
office anymore. So yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, lots of cool stuff this week. I say lots, I mean a few, but. Yeah, it's been a good one.
Cool. Well, we'll get into it. First, let me just say, so today's stream, if you couldn't tell by the actual thumbnail, is all about the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary. Now, in the UK, we got a little bit lucky. Again, don't ask me to explain it. Me and Brandon have no secret hookups or anything like that. This is just UK distribution for you. But we actually got our Captain Americas last week. There's already a review on the channel. Again, I've said it in my review. I'll say it again. This Unparalleled Cap is the best Marvel Legends comic Captain America. Maybe Captain America full stop, but definitely comic. It's my mind's eye of Cap. The colours really pop. The accessories are a nice sort of twist. Like, they chose to do something a little bit different with the shield, and I'm not mad about it. Now, I know a lot of people probably moan the shield's got holes in. We'll talk about it later. But anyway, go and check out my review. It's doing quite well on the channel. It always does when you're one of the first, so I appreciate that. But yeah, this is what we're talking about, because on this box, you'll notice, right? It says right there, Series 1, right? Again, it's an homage, it's a tribute to the first Toy Biz line. But on the back, it also reads 20th Anniversary Series 1. Now, if this was just a one-off done series, surely it would just be called the 20th Anniversary Series. Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know. But today we are going to have some fun talking about it. So what me and Brandon are going to do today, after we've had a little bit of a chit chat, of course, at the start, we will be basically going back in time. We'll be jumping in the quantum realm, going back in time, and talking about what actually did come out 20 years ago, and see if there's anything worth revisiting and giving us to us now in this updated era. So we shall see, but that's what today's stream is all about. The 20th anniversary line.
Yeah, we got a super chat.
Michael!
Bring Toys to Work donated $50 to help with your action figure fund. You got to pre-order that X-Men wave next Tuesday.
Michael, you, my friend, you're a legend. Honestly, he has no idea yet why that is a massive help, because I'll explain when I talk about some new stuff. But let me use that as an opportunity to just let people know, and then we'll talk about some new toys. So let me do some housekeeping real quick. But Bring Toys to Work. Go and check out Michael. Bring Toys to Work on Instagram. Bring some joy to people with all his like displays and diorama setups of different themes, and that's what he was called Bring Toys to Work for. He used to take his toys to work and build like dioramas and stuff to cheer people up. And I think the pandemic has made him bring it all home, but still, we get to live through it on YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, shout out Michael. Now let me bring up some graphics. So first and foremost, you know the score. Dan Who Live every single Thursday. Me and Brandon, the main show of the channel, super producer Rich M, the hype man Phil Jones, all that good stuff. And on every other Sunday from my channel members, I couldn't fit them all into one stream a month on my normal stream, so I created Legends and Liquor, a show where me and my channel members have a virtual hangout, talk toys, and that show is getting just as many views on the replay and the replay crew as the main show now on a Thursday. So these are like Raw and SmackDown. These are like neck and neck in regards to shows. Always a good time. Shout out to the channel members. And via that, we've got some spin-offs, Talking Turtles and Tea with the Super Turk himself, Super Turk 5000 Tanner, and then we got Mark Tac and Tom, aka Mini Plastic Multiverse, on Joes and Juice. Turtles and Teas once a month. Joes and Juice is whenever the hell we like. We're going to surprise you out of left field with it, but hopefully want at least this month, because there should be lots more G.I. Joe news at the end of the month. So you know the score with that. Brandon, you've got an Instagram account. What you post some pictures?
Yeah, I do, man. There's a lot of Captain America up there at the moment. There's a lot of army building stuff to come. This is Transformers still to come. Star Wars, Dragon Ball. There's lots still to come. So go and check it out. Drop a like, follow, all of that good stuff.
Good man. Good man.
And yeah.
And just like Michael, you can support the channel and support my habit. It's not a filthy habit, though. This is plastic crack, all right? This is completely legal. Anything over £4 or $4 doesn't only it helps support the channel in ways that I don't even explain on the stream. But honestly, it's massively appreciated. I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, anything over £4 or $4, contribute to the channel. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Again, another way you can do that is hitting that join button. Become a channel member. Again, my channel members are now involved in the channel. It is so simple. Get involved with the channel membership and become on the streams, talk some toys with us, be part of the community that we're building here. Always a lot of fun. Of course, we've got emojis and just fun times, and now we've got merch as well. The links are all in the description, all of that good stuff. But that's enough of me plugging. You know the score. You have been here long enough. So before we get into the actual Marvel Legends talk and jumping in, using those pin particles to go back in time to when Brandon was just a young boy, let's talk about some toys we've got here and now, right now. So Brandon, this week, what have you got this week?
So some really cool stuff came this week. The first thing is shout out to Camino Man. I think it's Camino Man on Instagram. So he did an animated Captain Rex head sculpt.
Oh, nice.
To get a look at that. And the paint and the sculpt and everything on this guy is just unbelievable. And so you know how Black Series work. Everything they do is like a photo real.
Oh, super chat by Mark Tac real quick, Brandon. Thank you.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49. Brandon, I'll be keeping a keen eye on that army building, bro.
She can't say tac. Friday just says TAK. Thank you very much, Mark. He says, Brandon, I'll be keeping a keen eye on that army building, bro. Also,
yes, absolutely.
Also, shout out Mark as well. Since Action Force is nowhere to be seen via Kapow or via my house, Mark Tac actually got an extra Condor. So I've actually brought Mark Tac's Condor off him, so I can actually have some Action Force in my life because I don't know what's going on with Kapow. So hopefully Mark gets that sent to me very soon. So yeah, hopefully next time on stream, I'll be able to talk about Action Force that I've had in hand. So thank you very much, my Joes and Chews companion. Much appreciated. What's he keeping a keen eye on the army building for? What you building?
It's going to be scrolls.
Oh.
Scrolls. I think, yeah, so how many Super Scrolls is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6 or 7 Super Scrolls. I lose count.
All right, stop showing off. I managed to finish 2. I managed to finish my second last week.
No, you remember why that happened? That was when COVID first started. That was it. That I needed something to do, and that was what I ended up doing. Out of a love for scrolls. But yeah, so the scroll infiltrators should be here tomorrow or this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that.
Greg in the chat says,
too.
Greg in the chat says, dude, that's awesome. Jamie said that head sculpt is incredible. Bring Toys to Work says, oh my God. Hero Collections, that Rex head looks outstanding. I'm so jealous. So tell them again where you got it.
Does this work? I don't know if that'll work.
Yeah, we can see it, but you can post a picture and people can find it online.
Yeah, no, I will do. So this is, I think it's Camino Man. I'll double check it after the stream and probably post it to my story. But yeah, got some great photos of this guy coming up probably next week, I think.
And you said so we both got shipping notice from Hasbro Pulse for our army builders, as Mark Tatzat put it, for the the scrolls, not the super scrolls, the scrolls and the shield 2-pack. So how many did you go for of each?
I went 5 scrolls and 1 shield pack.
Nice.
So yeah.
I'm a little bit gutted I didn't go 5 scrolls. I didn't realise it was 5. I swear when I first ordered on Pulse, it was a 3 max. And that's what I did. I didn't even know you could order another 2. So I probably will try and get another 2. But I've got 3 scrolls and 2 shield packs coming, I think. So
because the limit on the scrolls is 5. But I can't remember who. I was talking to someone and they were saying that they had ordered, I think, 5 scrolls from their account, and then they'd made, like, they just ordered 2 more as like a guest checkout or something like that.
Oh, I guess you could do that sneakily. Yeah, I guess you could do that. I'll just use someone else's email. It's not hard, but again, plenty of other souls. Are they Pulse exclusives?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Never used to be, did they? But
okay,
now.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, we'll have them next week to talk about Legends form. What else have you got in your hand today?
My sister. So I went to pick up the pup yesterday. I'm dog sitting for the next few days, and she got me this for Christmas. So. Yeah, very excited to open him up. I'll probably open him up in a second. The head sculpts on him look amazing.
Mate, I did my review. It's all about the head sculpts. The body is the same from 2014, so again, it is what it is. But it really, I know it's only a head sculpt change, but it really does make a difference, and it means it's worthy of being in a display now. Because that old one was like right at the back of my shelf because those dark like shadow eyes or the mask, it just wasn't right. But I still wanted a Winter Soldier, so now I've used both of those heads, one on that one and one on my old one, and I'm displaying both. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, this came in from Amazon Japan. My little bold ninja.
Yeah, so this is Goku's best friend, basically.
Why has he got no hair? I thought everyone in that universe had crazy hair.
No. So he's just a straight up regular Earthling. So you know, he doesn't. Yeah, so he's bald. But he the first version of him, I've got it in the other room on the Dragon Ball shelf. It came out, I think, in like 2013, 14. Like it was the early days of Dragon Ball figure arts.
Okay.
And like it's a great figure for its time, but this thing just absolutely has blown it out the water. Like this, it's so fun. It's so posable. Like it is just amazing. Like if this isn't in the top 3 import figures of mine for the year, I will be shocked. Like then it would have been a really good year. It is just, it's really good.
Just to let everyone know in the chat, there will be no spin-off of Dragon Balls and Curry Sauce on the stream, because I think even Unparalleled Universe can talk more about Dragon Balls than I can. I can't. I have no idea. Never seen it. Never watched it. But I know them because of the toys. Because I'm embedded in this toy community, I know the figures because of the toys. Shout out Damien, who's just used his channel membership. He said, if only Hasbro could adopt boxes that you could easily replace figures into, like Mythic Legions, we could see a huge revamp on the packaging, the 20th line. Yeah, that's sort of that collector-friendly packaging where you can sort of, imagine you could slide out the plastic and then slide it back on. Like, I would like to see that. But because Legends are basically sold at mass retail, it's really hard for them to do that because these figures would just get torn apart. They already do get torn apart anyway with people stealing Build-A-Figure pieces. But if they were on like even easier collector-friendly cases, if anything, we're going to see less plastic, I think, moving forward. So, but yeah, it's not a bad idea, Damien. And Damien joined us for the first time on Legends and Liquor this week as well. So shout out Damien.
Yes, he did.
Shout out Damien. He was after the Wrecking Crew, and maybe we'll talk about them later as we go through. But yeah, is that?
But yeah, how about you?
Well, again, like, so I got Cap, as we know. Very happy with Cap. And I'm
using
the alternative head on my Onslaught body. It pops on there, no problem at all. So like, I'm building like, I don't mind having the same character on the shelf anymore if they're on different shelves and the looks are a little bit different, if that makes sense, right? So 2 Captain Americas, but one's got the mask on. Because I couldn't not display it with that head sculpt. It's a beautiful head sculpt.
No, I know.
But so's this.
I agree.
I've been wanting a Steve Rogers head for ages. So I have him displayed with like my Tony Stark, and then I'm also sort of building my own little unmasked Avengers crew, I guess, because now I went back and re-brought this Doctor Strange that I once had and sold.
Did you get that one on Facebook? That I tagged you in?
Yeah, it's the one you tagged me in. So thank you very much for that. So I've got it. Give him a bit of a fig bath, and now he's got the meditating head on.
Because you said on Legends and Liquor he was a bit smoky.
Yeah, he just smelled a cigarette. To be fair, though, the salad didn't say he wasn't a smoker, and I didn't ask the question, so I can't be mad. But a quick fig bath. But yeah, when you don't smoke, you can definitely tell something's been near cigarettes. It's like a it's like
it's not pleasant.
What's that? Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look great. I just like the black uniform and this head. When these legends are coming with really good head sculpts, it's a shame that they're just sat in boxes. It's like, how can I get them on the shelf? So I've just been doing random little bits like that, and then I'm paying for a few pre-orders with Super 7, like Donatello. I've got my Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Super 7 figures coming next week, I think. And then, as I said, my big purchase this week is my new computer. So again, thank you to everyone supporting the channel. Again, trust me, YouTube is not making me rich. It's not that. My channel's way too small for that. But I've been having such fun with the live streams. Obviously, now we've built this little network. The views are being a little bit more consistent. Like virtually every video on my channel in January of this year has hit over 1K, which again, I'm a small channel. So you may be laughing at me going, come on, Dan, that's not a lot. Now, granted, it isn't, but my reviews usually get like 300 views because I'm so far behind my US friends. So this month's been really good. And I just thought, I haven't updated my I spend all my money on toys. It's catch-22. It's either do I upgrade my kit or buy some new toys. So I pulled the trigger this month and I've actually brought a new computer. So I'm not using it just yet. But after the fiasco that was Legends and Liquor this weekend, it was like, I was like, right, I'm fed up with Streamlabs crashing on me. What do I need to make Streamlabs as best as it can be? When can my videos be edited as quick as they can be? So I've got brand new Vegas Pro. I've got brand new computer, Intel Core 7 processor. I'm going to get 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'm just going to go all out. And then have no toys for like 3 months. So I'm going to be talking about this cap for the next few months, that's for sure. Every week when we're like, Dan, what you got? I've still got this cap. I've still got this cap and a new monitor.
That's and what's crazy is that cap is I think it's like a US. Oh no, wait. It's a UK and Asia exclusive, right?
I don't. Todd's going to watch the replay.
I'm pretty sure.
He's going to be like that.
No. He was in the chat. He's in the chat. He's in the chat. He's there.
They'll get it soon enough. It'll be there soon enough. I did offer in Paralleled, MCU Collector, people like that. But by the time like it's shipped to them and it's like in transit, they'll probably find it in the wild. So it's really awkward, like because you can't guarantee that shipping will take a week. It could take 3 weeks because who knows. So again,
and Iron Man is in Canada, so there you go.
Yeah. So if you're a globe trotter, you can basically find all these in the UK. That I think Iron Man's been pushed till March. Did you say? Oh, you and Rich were saying March.
Yeah. I think Phil shout out Phil Jones. I think he said it's been pushed to March. That Black Series Trapper Wolf as well, the Dave Filoni one, that's been pushed till it was the 1st of January, then it changed till the 14th of February, and now it's the 1st of March.
Yeah, it keeps being pushed.
So bad.
It's especially when you're trying to get your ducks in a row and try and make sure you can get everything pre-ordered, paid for. Like these G.I. Joes, I've got loads of G.I. Joes on order. They're all hitting America and nothing can hear yet. We got no bats, we got no alley vipers, we ain't got Storm Shadow, Spirit, the Cobra Commander, not Commander, the Cobra Officer. So like, I'm waiting. They're going to randomly turn up at some point. Let me jump to actually my shared screen and show people the UK sort of how we deal with things well, not how we deal with things, but so. Basically, every week we get updates from the independent store saying what's arriving, but Legends don't turn up in like full waves. Like for example, this week we got an update that 2 of the Doctor Strange figures are turning up on Friday. One of them,
I was mad about that.
Is Sleepwalker, and one of them, Brandon's 2 most anticipated figures in this wave, have turned up early. Obviously, I'm joking. Wow. Brandon's not happy with that.
Oh wow!
Do you know what?
Wow.
Someone said in
Look at the chat.
Oh, pal. Michael, stop it!
Wow.
Stop it! Michael needs to come. Mate, you need to get on a plane and get your house over here, or you can be my producer. Help me build a studio. Let's do this properly. Yeah, wow. No, let Friday read it out. Michael, thank you so much.
Bring Toys to Work donated
Amazing.
$50. Hopefully between the last super chat and this one, you'll have half the X-Men wave covered. Because we know you will pre-order it anyway. You cannot help yourself.
It's true. It's true. I pre-order and buy things and worry about it later. You live once, right? Bring Toys to Work. Thank you so much. Fortimus Maximus was in the chat saying new computer sponsored by Bring Toys to Work. He's not joking. Do you know what I mean? It's a massive. It makes a difference. Like, it really does make a difference, and it fills me with this energy to keep doing and makes me know I'm on the right track. So Michael knows I appreciate it. He's a very generous man, and honestly, he's keeping the lights on. And as I said, much appreciated. He's welcome on the channel anytime to tell us what he does for a living, so we could all go out and get that job. Because wow, he's a generous man. I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you so much. I'm going to just start putting sponsored by Bring Toys to Work and put his Instagram on the bottom of the page. Because he deserves. I think that's a great idea. He deserves some love. He does deserve some love. Thank you so much, Bring Toys to Work. Much appreciated. So, Brandon, your thoughts on these Marvel Legends being shipped in full cases of singles rather than a full wave? Frustrating?
Not so much as frustrating, because I don't mind. I think and I think the being shipped in single cases is generally better, because then it means that you're not chasing that 1 or 2 from the wave that everybody wants. That is not a lot of to go around. What I was annoyed about is that with Star Action figures, they will put up on the homepage which figures are due in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So, for example, UK delivery dates are Wednesday and Friday.
Like this. So, next stock in the next few days.
So on Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 days before the delivery dates, they'll say these are the figures due in the next few days. So on Monday, on Monday they put up Wong, right? So I pre-ordered Wong with Star Action figures because they had put it on their page that it was going to be in on the Wednesday or the Friday. And then lo and behold, they said today that it's not going to be Wong. It's going to be Astral Strange and Sleepwalker. So now I'm like, well, now if it wasn't going to ship on Friday at the very latest, I wouldn't have ordered it.
Yeah, and now you're committed to buying from Star Action.
Well, I think I will end up emailing him and say, look, just don't bother, because I know that because now if they get it on Wednesday next week, it might. I know, these are first world problems, but
they're collective conversations. They're collective conversations, is what they are.
Yeah, and the whole reason why we stopped pre-ordering was because, or pre-ordering most things, was because it's much more enjoyable to just pick it up as it comes into stock, as opposed to pre-order and then you have to wait and then somewhere else gets it first and blah 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 blah.
Well, that was the example that happened last year. Is that I'd have stuff on pre-order from one site, but then a site would get it 4 weeks earlier for the same price, and it's like, wow, now I've paid a deposit for something I'm gonna have to wait a month for that I could buy right now. It's so I've tried to hold off on pre-ordering as and then I'm going to pounce on things when they get in stock. But Legends is harder to full waves of Legends. I do usually go for the pre-order because you never know. This Doctor Strange wave is going to turn up any time now, so I would need Doctor Strange, and then the next wave isn't even up for pre-order yet. Bring Toys to Work was saying, the X-Men wave was meant to come up some point in January, but now we've got a fan first Friday for Transformers this Friday, and then a fan first Wednesday, I think, for the finale of Boba Fett. I'm 3 episodes behind, by the way, people, so I can't talk Boba Fett yet. But once Boba Fett's finished, we will do a Star Wars related stream. So Brandon is a happy man. And if you know any Star Wars people that can come and talk Star Wars with us, Brandon, then invite them on.
Yes, I will do.
But so hopefully, my point is that Marvel Legends will have a live stream at the end of February. I did scroll back through my Instagram to see like what the first fan first was of 2021, and it was like the third week of February. So it makes a lot of sense that we're going to get a fan first Friday or a Thursday, hopefully a Thursday. That would work out great for me and Brandon, not going to lie. But fan first Thursday soon. So we shall see. But I do think the next wave of Marvel Legend X-Men figures will go up for pre-order. Then we'll have a fan first of some type. We'll maybe get teasers of the next wave. Finally see Toad, for example. So because there's loads of Legends that ain't up for pre-order yet, and there's still like 7 waves to come out this year at least that we don't know about. The summer we've had so many leaked lists of Spider-Man figures that we don't know are true. So we've got single figures that we don't know where they're going to be. The Amazing's got a Spider-Man in his hand that we don't know how we can order yet. So still lots of time for Legends. But anyway, that's the now. That's the here and now, people, right? Let's drink down our pin particles, jump in a little time machine and go back to 2002. Brandon, how old were you in 2002?
I would have been 6 years old.
So at 6 years old, were you a avid Marvel Legend collector?
I wouldn't use the word collector, but I definitely had Toybiz Legends. Oh.
Did you? Oh, I knew you weren't going to collect at 6, but...
No. But one of my biggest Toybiz Legends memories, I'm sure it's Toybiz. You know the Sinister Six box set?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to double check.
Spider-Man Classics, I think that is. I think that was just before Legends.
Box set, let me see.
While you're doing that...
it's Marvel Legends.
Is it? Okay, no. Let me just ask the chat while we're talking. Who in the chat, right? As I said, we're talking today about the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends, and we're going to do a little rewind, okay? Who has been collecting Marvel Legends for 20 years? Like, honestly, who honestly brought all of Wave 1 and then has been collecting Marvel Legends? I'm not saying you're completionist, because it's hard to be a completionist, but has been consciously buying and collecting Marvel Legends since 2002. I know there's a lot of people out there. I haven't. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I was there in 2002. How old was I? I don't know. I think I was like finishing school, starting college or something like that. No, I was still in school. I was still in secondary school. Last couple of years of secondary school. So in year 10 and 11, I don't know what grade that is in America. Middle school, would that be? I don't know. High school? I don't know. Americans do it weird. But in year 10 and 11 for our UK folk, I definitely thought I was too cool to be buying toys. So this is the type of stuff I would have seen on the shelf at Woolworths or something like that, glanced at, but kept walking. I wasn't collecting then. It wasn't until I got a little bit older I was like, why do I think I'm so cool? Let's buy the stuff I love. I watched J Toy Collection UK, by the way, fan of the channel. Legends and Liquor, people know him, a regular. He's got a YouTube channel. He only posted a little bit, but this week he posted an update of his collection tour. Now, I haven't commented or anything on it just yet, Jay, because I need to finish watching it, but I did watch the first little 5 minutes of it, because I am always very curious at other people's setups and displays. And Jay was saying that he's been collecting Legends since he was working in Woolworths, selling them. Do you know, like, so it's always cool to hear people's stories of how they first discovered them in the first place. So did you discover them because people were buying them for you? As simple as that?
Yeah, basically. That was basically how it happened. So because obviously I was a kid, it was just a matter of, what I grew up with. Like, so that box set, for example, like there are so many stories, there are so many moments, there are so many of the different figures that I could think back to. But that box set, I think, was a personal highlight because I got it for Christmas that year.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember just opening it and seeing like the artwork, and there's like, it wasn't just one figure, it was like a whole multi-pack of figures. And just thinking like, that was everything you needed for a Spider-Man figures at that age, at that time. Like, it was just perfect.
Over 100, so the lights are on. But I completely agree. Yeah, I love their box sets where you could complete teams in one set. I still love that to this day. Where you can just complete, like the A-Force box set, or maybe the Alpha Flight and Defenders are a better example, where you can just buy a set and complete a team without waiting years. Like, we're still waiting for an overdrive for the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and it's been years. So, like, come on. It's very frustrating, very frustrating. I'm just looking at the chat real quick because I know people are going to be all over the place. Thank you very much, Mark Tac. He says he was 22, Brandon and Dan, and I saw them in a shop. Did you buy them when you were 22, Mark, or did you think you were too cool like me? David Evan Smith says, hello from New York. Sorry I'm late. Hello from the UK. It's okay. Your boy's got toys. Alexi says, 2002, I was in 8th grade. Big into skateboarding and comics, but no figures. Night of Ren says, I was 4 in 2002, so not collecting back then. Yeah, probably a little bit too young to be collecting toys. Otherwise, you've probably been sucking on them. Well, probably not sucking on them, but breaking them anyway. Damien says, like the Brid. Thank you very much, Damien. I'm trying to see. I was trying to see if Rectangular was going to tell us how old he was in 2002. But he doesn't want that revealed. Jay also says, shout out. Power, yeah, started in Woolworths at 16. They were $7.99 minus his 20% staff discount. Oh, I wish I got a 20% staff discount now. No, $7.99. That's a bargain. Oh, what a bargain. I remember Woolworths. Do you remember Woolworths, Brandon? Or are you too old?
No. I remember Woolworths, bro.
Too young,
I remember Woolworths. Yeah. No, I remember Woolworths. I remember walking in, seeing like their X-Men Classics line in Woolworths. You know that one?
Yeah.
Just quickly, and I know we shouldn't bite much, but just in the chat, Rectangular was saying about he said it's sad that those who get to speak with the Marvel Legends team do not hold them partially accountable for the problem. I think the problem he's talking about is what do we call it? Distribution. I can't find Savage Saint. Oh, Savage Saint said, agreed, the ML team needs to do what the Joe team did when Target dropped the ball and put those exclusives up on Pulse. The thing is that a lot of the problems that we're seeing are not like Hasbro specific. You know, like I work in an industry that deals with a lot of cars and car manufacturers, and there are so many delays on new cars in the UK that a lot of people are buying used cars, for example. The same shipping issues and distribution issues that are happening with action figures are happening everywhere. And the team that you're talking about, whether that's Dan, Ryan, and Dwight, whoever, they aren't in charge of global shipping for every single industry, let alone their own industry. So just let's be fair when we're talking about these kinds of issues, because, you know,
Everyone's as I said, right? As I said, let's not get into it because we can go off on a tangent.
I know.
But everyone's allowed to have their vent.
Just to educate the chat for people who may not know, okay, or are too busy, sniffing through the aisles of Walgreens to think about it.
It's Ryan, Dan, and Dwight. They're like Santa Claus. They pack up their Legends on a backpack and take them to the shops themselves. That's how the shelves get stocked. Father Christmas, Dwight takes them themselves. Honestly, like, you gotta play the game for these type of things. Like, I can't sit there and be like, "Oi, where's the Legends distribution?" It's not how the game works. Come on now.
No,
I'd love to see people interview them. Like, never mind. Let's not get into it. But Rectangular does answer us and says he was 30, by the way, in the fall of 22. Antonio said he was 14. Tom says he was 24. Cloud says he was 20. Phil Jones says he was 25. Now, if someone out there is probably doing all the maths to figure out how old everyone is in the chat, I am not that quick on the maths to figure that out. Tanner said he was 16. Keith T says he was 2 in 2002.
You said they were 2?
Keith T. He was 2 in 2002. See the age. This is what I mean. Multi-generational. That's what 2 years does. 20 years. Sorry, 20 years does. That's 2 decades. 2 decades. Think how many people have been born and raised and whatever in 20. That's a lot of people that have come across Marvel Legends in some form. People that have started collecting, stopped collecting, got back on collecting, fell off collecting, picked up collecting. All over the place, and it's just fun to hear different people's stories. But let's get into Wave 1. Let's go back and go to Wave 1. So,
yes, absolutely.
Shout out, by the way, today's stream is obviously sponsored by MarvelLegends.net. One of my favourite sites I use to figure out what Legends will come in and when they're what has come before. So MarvelLegends.net, link is in the description below. That's where I'm on right now. That's how I'm getting all this information. MarvelLegends.net. You can go and search for it yourself. Links in the description. All of this information's there. All pictures of the old Toy Biz figures, etc., etc. So this is Wave 1. So these are the figures we got 10 years ago. Let's go to Cap. So let's have a look. So there you go. There's the Cap we got 20 years ago, and here's the Cap we got now. Do you think they did a good job? Good job at a tribute? At the tribute it was?
Honestly, I think they absolutely smashed it, bro. Like, it is just this This figure is okay, look. It's not pinless, it's not butterfly joints and all the blah blah. It's not like the state of the art for Marvel Legends, right? Like, this is not the best Captain America that they could make if they wanted to, but the head sculpt alone will make you so nostalgic for this original Toy Biz Captain America. Like, it is so stoic, it is so heroic, it is like I look at it and I'm like, oh, like I get giddy because this is the, as you would say, the mind's eye version I have of Steve Rogers Captain America, you know, and it is just like the bullet holes and stuff like that. It is really fun. So I think they really captured it, and I think the packaging, man,
look,
like. Oh.
I know people out there are going to be like, how come they didn't give us a comic? How come they didn't do us a blister card? How come we didn't get the diorama?
Yeah.
Look, 20 years, a lot has changed in 20 years, all right? China is not the country it was 20 years ago. China is now like a powerful, rich country. You can't go and make toys for cheap in China anymore. It's not how it works. Things have risen in price. Everything's risen in price. You can't get all of that for the price anymore. It's just not how it works. It's just life, right? There's no point arguing about it. No point mentioning it to anyone in an interview. It's just the way the world works, okay? So, like, yes, a diorama would have been great. Yes, a comic would have been great. Yes, a blister card like that would have been great. This is not meant to be exactly the same. This is meant to be a tribute to the 20 years. Something to like, sort of pay homage to, just to go look where we were and now what we've come to, etc. Like, so let's not focus on what there isn't. Let's focus on what there is. And this thing is, I would rather them have all these extra accessories than that diorama piece anyway. I'd rather have the unmasked head. I'd rather have these new effect pieces that we've never had with any other Marvel Legend before. They are trying something different, so you have to appreciate that. Like, so yeah, I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan, right? And I don't care who calls me a Hasbro bum pirate, right? I don't have to be a grumpy old man. This is what I like.
Amen.
So you can like what you like, obviously. Amen. But like, let's not. I don't understand why we're all full-grown blokes and we all just focus on the negative constantly. I know it's human nature, but like, let's find out what's good before we bitch. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'll get off my podium now.
Yes, and the other thing is that like when I first opened up that package box, right, and I so in Demand Toys they pack it so it's like this, like this, like this, like this. And as I was like peeling it back, I looked into the box and I was like, my God, we're 20, like, give me another line that has lasted 20 years in this way. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is like, okay, we've had Star Wars action figures for 40 years, fine. But like my main thing and takeaway with this,
IPs have continued and franchises have continued. Yeah. But Marvel Legends as the line is what's consistent.
That is so like, and if this is me being a bumper pirate to the line, fine. You know, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow, take me away. But as far as I'm concerned, like, I just was so grateful to think that, like, I was fortunate enough that I was able to grow up on this line, right, and then come back into it as an adult, young adult, collector, whatever you want to call it, enthusiast, photographer, blah 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 blah. My nephew daily goes to Target looking for new Marvel Legends because he is now growing up on a line and loves the line. Shout out Legendary Plastic, by the way.
That's what's so good.
And so like and to think that the MCU isn't slowing down, you know, Marvel is not slowing down. I don't see Hasbro slowing down, touch wood. Like, in the next 10, 15, 20 years, could I be walking into a Target with my son to be able to say, hey, look at these figures on the shelf? Like for me, this line is just pure gratitude that we're even in a position to get it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, look, everybody on this channel knows how much I love pinless joints, how much I love, you know, the super articulated Spider-Man body. And in that respect, I could have complained about this figure all day long. But when I opened it and started posing it and how I've been taking photos of it all week, I have no complaints. You know, the thing is just so much fun, and it just looks so spot on to what Captain America should be. And the thing is that having been in and out of this game for 20 years, I have a whole box full of Captain America shields that fit this guy. That look great.
To be fair though, when you find one that matches, let me know, because I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I did struggle to find one that colour matched, only because I'm so particular about those things. Like, I've got OCD. I'm like, Okay, I need the colours to perfectly match, please. Rush also wants me to acknowledge, he says, in talking about price and accessories, can we also acknowledge that Toy Biz went out of business because they spent so much on sculpts and accessories? Yeah, there's so many factors that I'm going to get crazy into. New live stream, Bomb Pirates and Booze, says Mark Tac Tac. Yeah, that'll be a members-only live stream. Yeah, as I said, YouTube's a big place, people. If you want to go and just listen to old men moan, so you can all sit in a chat together and go, yeah, we want our toys, we want them cheaper. There's plenty. Go out there, find one. Like, you won't get it here. I'm here to enjoy this hobby. Do you know what I mean? Come on now.
Just this one here. Keith T says, I'll never forget when I got back into Legends with Pizza Spidey and I had the realization that this was the same line I collected as a kid. Wild stuff. And that, like, I completely agree with. I completely I identify with. So on my Avengers shelf.
Alex Sanchez just says you won't be with your son, Brandon. You'll be hovering in your rocket-powered shoes in 20 years.
In 20 years. Let's hope so.
With your son.
The main Spider-Man that I have on my Avengers shelf is the Pizza Spider-Man, because I look. I know I moan about this body now because it's not as functional as it was, the best part of 7 years ago when it came out. Yeah. But this figure is, to me at least, like, it's one of those figures that bury me with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love this thing because I remember, again, I remember that day, my postman that I still have, he dropped it off, and before he had even made it back down the driveway, I'd ripped that package open and was like, oh my God, look at what it is. Like, yeah. And that's what I think is the best thing about this line. I think that's the best thing about this line is that it brings us that kind of excitement on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and we are, as I said, it is quite consistent. It is quite consistent, isn't it? Like, I just think we've been doing 78 live streams in a row every week, and we've always got something to talk about. Like, always. Even if it's a tease, a rumor, a little reveal, pre-order, whatever it is, we've always got stuff to talk about. This show exists because of this line, essentially. So,
this community exists because of this line.
Exactly.
And a lot of the friendships that we all have exist because of this line.
Yeah, I'm going to need to get some bread to spread with this cheese. But yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. As I said, I've made friends in this community because of Legends, which is crazy. I'm just looking at this picture now. Wave 1 had variants, multiple variants, as you can see. Iron Man had 3 different variants. Hulk had a variant. Like, variants were definitely a thing of the Toy Biz era. Hasbro obviously leaned away from it now because there's more problems. Like, when people are like, the average person could buy a figure, take it back to their kid, and their kid would be like, that's not the one I wanted, because it would be a variant. It's like, there's too many consumer problems to variants, if you know what I mean. So that's why it's better that they just re-release figures in different colours as stuff. As just think of the different Iron Mans we've got in different colours. Like, I do like the chase, though. Don't get me wrong. I do like the thrill of the chase and trying to track down things. I know that the AEW figures do it at the minute. They've sort of brought back the chase and rare figures. I don't hate that. I actually quite like that. I think it's a pretty good market employ if figures are constantly on the shelves at shops. But as we all know and everyone knows, distribution's a problem. So imagine a variant being on the shelf. You wouldn't find it. It'd be very frustrating. So it's just probably something they lean away from. But I know if you asked the question, would you like variants, people would probably still say yes, to be honest. But this is Wave 1. Let me go to Toad. Toad is the only one, right, we haven't seen. Now, Toad, again, the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm no expert, but I know a little bit, right? So Toad was basically tooled up and made for an X-Men wave. He was meant to go in a line of figures, I believe, with the movie Toad. It was basically like comic and movie 2-packs, I think, something like that. And it never happened. That line never came to be, the movie versus comic line of that X-Men. Just think the X-Men movie back in 2000. So this was a leftover tool, apparently. So it was made, he was tooled up, so they put him in Wave 1. That is why Toad is in Wave 1. Not because he's a big bad or he's one of the big bad A-list villains. It was just because it was a tool that they already had ready to go, so they thought, whatever, let's just get him out. That's why he's less articulated than the other figures in the line. I don't think he has much articulation at all, to be fair. But this Toad here, on his little toadstool, holding his little Toad, he is the only Toad Marvel Legend we have got in 20 years. So this new Legend we've got, like, is genuinely going to be the second Toad we've got in 20 years. That's why people are you didn't think people would be clamoring for a Toad, Brandon, but they are. Are you going to be getting Toad? As a big Frogman fan as you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I mean, my introduction to Toad was do you know what happens to a Toad when he gets hit by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. Halle Berry, anyone?
Yes,
anyone?
yes, still.
Anyone?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
So for me, like this, I mean, this is a must get. If you're an X-Men fan, this is a must get. Personally, I don't love this outfit. It's just a bit goofy, but I suppose that is Toad. My definitive version of Toad was X-Men Evolution Toad. Shout out to all the X-Men Evolution fans in the chat.
You in two of those, yeah.
Supreme X-Men animation right there. I mean, this is going to be a definite get from me.
Do you think he's going to be on? Do you think he's going to be on the Frogman body, the Doc Ock body, or is it going to be new? So far, all we've seen in the line is reuse. Let's be honest.
It's tough.
Let's be honest. This is reuse.
Tough.
Iron Man's reuse.
That's the thing.
Hawk is reuse. Is it new, all new Toad, or is it reuse?
That's the thing is because everything else has been reuse. To quote MJ, expect, what did she say? Expect nothing, and then you won't be disappointed. That's kind of, I'm expecting reuse because the rest of the line has been reused. But there's a part of me that's also saying, well, because the other three were reused, maybe they saved this to have all new tooling. But when I look at it, though, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use the Doc Ock Frogman body.
Oh, I wouldn't be mad at it. That's literally the first. When we see Doc Ock, we all thought the next figure we're going to get is Toad or Mole Man. No one thought we'd get Frogman next, for God's sake. Not that I'm mad about it.
No. No, and that's the thing is I don't think it really needs. I don't think he really needs to have.
Shout out the Who crew, by the way.
Sculpt.
Does anyone else? Does anyone else? Does anyone else have the Who crew displayed on your shelf as the Who crew? Like, he has an arsenal of weapons at the minute. Today's holding the axe of armor. I can't remember the Doctor Strange axe. Anyway, that's what he's got right now.
The Doctor Strange axe.
It has got a name, but I forgot it. Armor,
I can't remember.
axe of armor. I can't think. The pressure's on. But there you go. Who else has got the Who crew on the shelf? Who crew 4-pack? Anyone? No, just me. Fair enough. I'm curious what people think in the chat. Do you want Toad? Would you be happy with Toad on the Doc Ock body, or would you prefer the different iterations of Toad? There has been other incarnations of Toad. There are skinnier versions, as you know. I just would like a comic Toad to go with my Evil Brotherhood of Mutants. Give me an Avalanche eventually as well. Let's get these little companions to go along with Magneto. Like, yes, I'm very curious to see what they do with Toad. It has to be. I am very confident in saying we're going to see what Toad looks like before the end of February. I do think it will be shown on the first of the month of the year, because these figures are starting to arrive in hand, right? So can't be too long. Alex Miller just brought a Turtles and Tea mug. Yes, Alex Miller. He went for the Raphael, it seems like, as well. I don't know if Alex knows that he tells me this while we're live, but if you buy any merchandise while you're live, it pops up on the screen. So, Alex, we've seen you shopping, my friend. Thank you very much. You picked the wrong colour, though. It should have been purple.
No, it should have been blue. I don't know what's going on with him. Jeez. And I think for me, my hope is that, like, whichever Toad they do, I would like it to be like the general consensus. That's the definitive version of Toad, Yeah. Like I wouldn't want them to do the evolution version of Toad, obviously, because that's my definitive version. I'd want it to be like, if you were to poll the entire community, I would want it to be the one that most people would want. Because I think 20 years later, that it would just be. I think this is going to be in the top 10 Legends of the year.
Toad.
Genuinely, yeah.
Ah, okay.
I think it would be in. It might not be in my personal top 10, but I think it will be in a lot of top 10s.
I'm just looking
because this is such a long. This is a 20 years in the making action figure.
Literally is 2 decades. 2 decades. And it's a proper Marvel Legends this time. Just think, when this was tooled up and made, it wasn't intended to be Marvel Legends, even though it technically is. But you know what I mean, from behind the scenes. Cloud says, "Oi, I like Evolution." So does Shavin. So does Daniel S. Then Rush says, "I would like a new body for Toad." Mr. Odd Williams says, "Evening, folk. I cannot wait for Toad. We need to finish the Brotherhood of evil mutants, but yes." Rush also says, "I want a skinny Toad." Jamie says, "We need some Evolutions 11 Legends." Let's not encourage him, all right? Let's not encourage him. I don't dislike Evolution, by the way. Just not yet. We don't need them yet.
Hey, we're doing an X-Men Evolution stream.
Of course we will.
For Legends one day.
Rich has got it on the list somewhere, like for 2025 or something.
That's for the 500th show.
Jason Lopez says it has to be a new mold because the other figures are reused, so it opens up a chance for a pinless Toad. Maybe, we would hope. Your boy's got toy says if they reuse Ock for Toad bod, he'd be way too big and not Toady enough for me, so miss. Pack Photo says I want Toad figure from the X-Men 1 movie. Tanner says Alex has good taste. Phil Jones also says, Alex, you picked the wrong colour. They all seem very happy with his choice. Cloud does anyway. How yes, Raph. Logan's Dan's Toy says, I would have to get all the mugs. Okay, you like all the toys. And get them all. Fill your wardrobe. Fill your fridge. Wardrobe? Fridge? What am I talking about? Cupboard.
Bring Toys to Work says that he loves X-Men Evolution, has it on DVD. I think that Bring Toys to Work should guest on a stream where we talk about X-Men.
Of course he can. He can guest on the stream anytime he wants. He can, as I said, welcome round. He's got a key to the house. He pays the rent. Michael knows I love him. David Evan Smith says, I think Toad needs 2 heads. One of the extended tongue also. Yes, please give us display options.
That would be so good.
Display options.
So good.
Frogman versus Toad. Who wins, says Mike D. Mike D, come on now. There's only one answer, Mike D. Right? Frogman's got backup. Right? Frogman's got backup. Forget the Brotherhood of Mutants? Come on now.
Can we put a poll in the chat and say who would win between the Brotherhood of Mutants and the Who crew?
I would love them to say who
would you side with?
Okay, yeah. Who would you side with? Okay, who?
Because we know who would win.
Yeah, let's clearly crew who. Yeah, who would you side with? Who crew?
I think I just got Michelangelo's nunchuck stuck in his belt.
Yeah, the chat seem a little bit mixed actually on Frogman in regards to what mold they would want to see. I do think we're going to see. I would like to see an all pinless body. Don't get me wrong. I just don't see it happening. From the other 3 figures we've had in this line already, I just would be very surprised if one of them had all brand new everything. But we shall see. We shall see.
And the more I think about it, there are a lot of other characters that I would rather have, get an all new body that has reuse potential in other places, as opposed to this.
Yeah, and again, today's stream, we are talking about exactly that. This may not be the only 4 we get in this line, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to basically go back through the other waves.
And do you think we will get more? I know we're talking about what if, but do you think we really will? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've went all out on the packaging. We're not all out, but they've made the new packaging. There's a lot of Legends that need a bit of an update. Yeah, I reckon we get, and it says Series 1 as well. So a year is a long time. I reckon we've got a chance for at least a second wave, and that's what we're going to talk about now. Let's go back, right?
Yeah.
So let's
cool. Let's do it.
Hypothesize. I think that's the word I'm searching for. If they were to follow the same, just think this wave that we're getting now is wave 1. That was the very first Marvel Legends wave. If they were going to follow the order and reissue the next wave, let's have a look at what it would be, and we'll talk about if it's a good idea, if it will happen, if it won't, etc. So, Wave 2. So, Marvel Legends Series 2 from the very same year, September 2022. 2002. Not 2022, 2002. 20 years ago. This was Wave 2. This was Series 2 of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Namor, Human Torch, Thing, and Doctor Doom. So, it was a very Fantastic Four-centric wave here. Like, yes, obviously we don't have Reed and Sue, but Namor supporting cast, Doom's the big bad. Like, so just first impressions, Brandon, on this wave. I'm assuming we wouldn't want or even need redo of these figures, right?
Yeah. So So I absolutely adore that Namor. Like, I adore that Namor figure. Like, I remember that as a kid. I think I've still got it up in like bubble wrapped and boxed up in the loft.
Do you like his accessory?
Yeah, and that as yeah, like, I love that Namor figure. I think if we were to get any out of Series 2, it would be Namor. I would take Namor. I think Namor is the one that needs the most of an update. We got the Walgreens exclusive, I think, in 2016. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Could be, yeah.
We got the
naked one in the trunk,
Namor
but he's got his trunks
in the 2017 Black Panther wave. The rumor is that we will see Namor in Wakanda Forever. So I would love to get a Namor on the new Toy Biz packaging. I would get 2 for sure. And I would like it to be this kind of an outfit, you know, because I think
that's what makes me think this has potential. Like you just explained, the first Namor we got was very modernized. Second one was much more classic, stripped back. This is sort of middle of the park, and we don't have this outfit for Namor in the recent Marvel era.
And one thing I would love is I can imagine we wouldn't get the water stand.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be nice. It would be really nice. But one thing I would hope for is fists, those kind of like swimming hands,
waving hands,
hands. Waving hands.
Hands of many
hands. Those are kind of hands. This kind of head sculpt where he's just like, you know, stoic, plain faced, and then like a grizzly kind of head sculpt, like an angry kind of head sculpt would be so good, so good. Yeah. I would love it.
Out of the 4. I would like say Namor's probably got the most likeliness because let's think about it, right? So Doom, we've had quite a lot of Dooms recently.
A lot of Doom.
And Doom, the Thing, and the Human Torch were all in the recent retro packaging from the Fantastic Four wave, which were all great in that wave in itself. Yeah. So there's really absolutely no need for Hasbro to redo those figures on this card. Like, unless, like someone was saying in the chat, Jay said in the chat, the trench coat thing is a must. Now, I'm not going to lie, you have heard me say on this channel many times, I would love trench coat thing. It's just not happening in Marvel Legends, unfortunately. It just wouldn't happen. But I would love it. So I agree with you, Jay. It would be great. But I don't think we're going to get it. I think Series 1, if we get a Series 2, it will not be a direct Series 2 copy of the Toy Biz days. I reckon Series 2 is where they're going to start picking and choosing. And if they were to pick one out of Series 2, as we keep saying, to pay tribute, I think Namor is a good shout there. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
So yeah, there you go. There's also Doom had 2 variants. One with the unmasked.
Just the thought of it has me so excited. Sorry, Karen.
It's all good. Doom had the variant with the unmasked, so you could see it was sort of burnt up face, and then Thing had the trench coat variant, which is the more desirable of the 2. A lot of people in the chat, when we mentioned variants earlier, were talking about Todd McFarlane, like how we release a whole new figure just for a different head. That is very frustrating. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, and I'm sorry, right? Like, I don't do it often, but those figures are trash.
See, we're not that positive about everything. Yeah.
But there is nothing I can give benefit of the doubt there. There's nothing. Those Batman figures.
I've got some of them here to the side of me. Some of them are all right. As long as you don't.
Oh no! Sorry. I mean the Batman movie figures, the new Batman movie figures.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
Sorry, I'll be specific. Yeah, the new Batman movie figures.
Yeah, I'm hoping, just like Batman movies of the past, our good friends overseas via Mayfex or SH Figure Arts give us a decent Batman. I still want some Suicide Squad characters. I'm like, who was Idris Elba, by the way? I want him. Bloodsport.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
His outfit was perfect for SH Figure Arts, and no one touched it. So, anyway, that's not Legends. Okay, let's get to Wave 3. Series 3.
Yeah.
So December 2002. So still in the same year, Series 3 of Marvel Legends. We have 5 figures, but one of them was our very first movie Marvel Legends figure. We'll talk about that in a sec, but let's just go through them real quick. So we've got Ghost Rider, Thor. Yeah. So a lot of people have asked me, like during Legends and Liquor this week, we sort of briefly talked about what figures we'd like to see, and people didn't understand why Toad was in the Wave 1, not Thor. Well, here's your reason. Thor wasn't in wave 1. He was in wave 3. Then we got Wolverine in the yellow and the blue, which again was very sought after for a long time. Magneto again in the more classic red and the purple with the interchangeable helmet. And then the very third one, Brandon, one of your favourites, right? I say that sarcastic.
Wait, who?
Daredevil.
Daredevil? Oh, Ben Affleck Daredevil.
I said that is one of your favourites sarcastically, but is he genuinely?
What, Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
I love that movie as a kid.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
That's why I was like, wait. Yeah.
Do you know what?
I couldn't tell you what happens in that movie
I've
now,
never
but I
seen
loved
it.
it as a kid.
Never seen
Really?
it. Never seen the
Yeah,
Ben
that's
Affleck
so
Daredevil. Never seen it.
I couldn't tell you now what happens, but I remember I used to enjoy it as a kid.
Maybe I should watch it actually. I know what's his name? He's Foggy Nelson, isn't he?
Yeah, Jon Favreau.
Yeah, Jon Favreau. Happy is Foggy Nelson.
Happy.
Yeah.
With this wave, you go first. What are you thinking?
Well, okay, so with these characters, we've had them ample times, apart from a couple now. Thor, I don't get me wrong, there's room for improvement on the Thor we have, especially the 80th anniversary Thor. That's probably my main Thor on the shelf. It's right behind me on display. That's my Avengers Thor, is the 80th anniversary Thor. Yes, there's a little bit of room for improvement, pinless, etc. And I would like to see him on this card just so I have Thor, Captain America, Hulk, complete that Avengers team. So I wouldn't be mad with Thor. Wolverine, as much as we all love Wolverine, we don't need another Wolverine so soon. We're about to get another yellow stripe Wolverine, black stripe yellow outfit Wolverine in the VHS wave, which is it looks much better than I thought it would actually. There was a picture shown today from the designer of the box. He's got one of the figures in hand, and it does look really nice, to be fair. The shell shading, I'll try and find a picture before the end of the stream, but the shell shading doesn't look as predominant as it first appeared. It actually looks quite nice. So so that we don't need another Wolverine is my point. Same with Magneto. We've had a few Magnetos in recent time, especially again, room for improvement on the previous figures, but do we need one so soon? Probably not. Now it is someone's 50th anniversary here. Let's go down to Ghost Rider. And Dan Yoon has been posting little pictures of Toy Biz Ghost Rider figures. So we may not see Ghost Rider on this card in this form, but I do think we're going to see Ghost Rider this year in some sort of 50th anniversary figure, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think we will see some kind of card back Ghost Rider this year, for sure. I kind of... Say, for example, we're filling 4 spots, right? I know we're not doing that properly, but say, for example, we're filling 4 spots. I think Namor deserves to be on that list.
Well, let's do that. Let's do that for this stream, okay? I'm gonna write a list. So we're safe from Series 2. Namor's our pick, yeah? Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. We're gonna sort of wish list our own Wave 2, Series 2, if you will. So Namor got our first spot. Okay, keep going. I'm writing that down.
I think that, like you say, Thor. I really would like a new Thor, but I would like a new modern Thor. And I think the 80th one still holds up. Pinless or not. So, like you said, I think we've had a lot of Wolverines. We've had a lot of Magnetos, and I think Ghost Rider. It would be really cool if it was on his own retro style card back. Whether that was with the bike or without the bike, I think that would be really cool. So, and then Ben Affleck Daredevil just doesn't really register on the list.
What makes me laugh about these, by the way, is that I know that it was nice that he came with a bike just to display him with, but it looks like someone's deflated his flamed tires.
Yeah, yeah,
I know,
it does.
I know they're flat so it can stand, it doesn't roll, but it just looks like, because it's a bike, your mind can't help but look at that and go, someone's deflated his tires. But yeah, there you go. So I, like you, Brandon, think we will get a Marvel Legends Ghost Rider this year, but I also think they're probably going to do it on a nice new shiny card back. Let's look at this Daredevil just for some jokes, okay? So this is technically the first movie Marvel Legend back in 2002. Before it was the MCU, as you know. But here he is.
And I tell you what, right? Let's spin some positivity on it. Let's give McFarlane the due. I think that that the Pattinson Batman
Yeah.
figure. I do think that the jawline and the mouth and the eyes you can see a likeness to Robert Pattinson in there. I think this does have like the chin and
Let's
stuff.
have a look.
I think it does look like Ben Affleck.
Let's see if we get a closer with a face.
You know, he has that kind of pow, like that
There's
resting pow.
There's a little look. Yeah, he's got a bit thicker, in his older age.
Yeah.
But as young Affleck,
But I can really see it there.
there you go. There's a better
Like
look.
there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if this was me back in 2002, bro, that's state of the art action figure technology right there. You know what I mean?
2002, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Obviously, we look at it now with these eyes from the future, but back then, you're not wrong. Like, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Like, just think, like, there he is. And he comes with that. I like that accessory piece as well. He comes with, by the way, that sort of stained glass window, sort of stand. But yeah, there you go. Our first movie, Marvel Legend, was Ben Affleck Daredevil. Now, I would like a new comic Daredevil on this retro card. Like, that was my pick on Sunday for Legends and Nickel.
Yeah.
Like, Daredevil, like red suit Daredevil.
I remember.
Like, we've got two. Let me have one of them.
And I tell you what, right? I really would love to see not Daredevil on the new Vulcan body, but I'd like to see him on like a mix, on a pinless version of the super articulated Spidey body.
Yeah, that's like this. Oh no, he's bluffed the baton. We're gonna have to cancel the stream. I hate when I lose accessories. Where is it?
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, it's here. Hang on.
There
you go.
Bill Jones says Affleck Daredevil is on Amazon Prime Video in the UK. So
For
there
free?
you go. That's your weekend watch down.
Yeah, I will watch that. I'll watch that. I will. I'm curious, just out of curiosity's sake. But yeah, I would like Brandon says, Daredevil with this spot. We've always got Daredevils, right, on the Bookie Cap. Now, Bookie Cap has its place in Marvel Legends history, of course it does, but not Toy Biz era. But still, we need an updated Daredevil that's on a new. Let's give it on the Vulcan body. We haven't got it in hand yet, but I'd say Vulcan body, please. Nice shiny red, unmasked Murdoch head. I'd also like an unmasked beaten up head. I know that we got one in the 12-inch version.
Ooh.
Give me a beaten up Ben Affleck, not Ben Affleck, beaten up Matt Murdoch head. And yeah, put it on this. Like, can you imagine a nice red pinless Daredevil on this nice blue card in pop with some unmasked heads and some weapons and that's what I want.
The only thing I don't like about that Vulcan body is the neck hinge. I love those. I love the ball peg necks.
We haven't got it in hand yet, Brandon. It may still have the range you want when you get it in hand.
No, not the range, just the look.
Okay.
Like you know how, look.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But still, if this, an updated Daredevil with butterfly joints, I don't care what body you put that on. Put it on the Sunfire body, and I'd take it. You know.
Yeah. So would I.
Absolutely.
We need a Daredevil that's not Bookie Cap. Is my point. All right, Hasbro. It's not a hard task. All right. Bookie, a non-Bookie Cap. You're retiring the Bookie Cap this year. All right. We're laying it to rest. I had a good run, but no more Bookie Cap Daredevils, please. Let's have a nicely articulated Daredevil, because again, he's an agile guy.
Can you see Bucky Cap? He's up here somewhere.
It's too small on my screen, but they may be able to see you. On my screen, you're like really small, but they can see you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, if I turn my head, actually, Bucky Cap. Yes, I can. So it's underneath, Lady J Foster Thor.
Yes.
I can see him. I don't even have the original Bucky Cap, by the way. It's gone, long gone.
Really?
Long gone. I didn't realise
Purge.
I didn't realise it would grow to be what it is today.
Yeah.
But it went in the purge of the comic purge of 2016. I've mentioned that quite a lot recently as I rebuy comic figures I got rid of. What an idiot. People assume I have everything. I don't. I have, I don't know, I'd say 70% of Legends of the Hasbro era, but the only Toy Biz figure that's still on my display, in this room, displayed.
Can I guess? Because I know exactly where it is.
I don't think you know where it is, but go on.
It's the Series 7 Beast, and he's hanging from like a wire kind of thing underneath the windowsill where your monitor is that I sit on. Oh, mic drop, please.
There he is.
Do I know my Dan Who trivia, or do I know my Dan Who trivia?
That is my only.
Ladies and gentlemen,
out
please.
of all these legends, honestly, there's a big gap there. They're all on the floor down there, like I'm rebuilding. But yeah, out of all of these legends, and like I'm finishing my wall, and all of these legends, the last standing Toy Biz legend is good old Hank Beast. There he is, on his original accessory piece as well. Just hanging there, just chilling, just literally hanging out. Literally, I reckon Brandon cheated. I reckon he's seen that earlier.
Well, knowing where it was from earlier, yeah.
Funny. Yeah, you probably would have guessed.
Okay, who else we got? Because I'm keen to figure out who we could get. I'm excited now.
Okay, so let's.
I might get my new name more.
Okay, so that's Series 3.
Yes.
Series 4. We're moving into our second year of Legends now, right? 2003. Mm-hmm. And for the record, we're obviously not going to go through all of these. We'd be here until next week. We're just going to go for a few. Maybe the first 2 years, let's say. So we're on the second year now.
I think we could speed through a lot more. Let's go.
All right.
We can do this.
Alfred Eric
Alfred Abel donated $4.99. What's up, Dan and Brandon? #Dan who beat Wade.
Dan who beat Wade. What did it beat Wade to? The cap. Yeah, I feel... People. I know how he feels because people had Cap Britain before me, and I was like, "Damn, that should be me." So I feel his pain. I did reach out and offer to help him out, but as I said, distribution, shipping, you just don't know. He'd probably have it in hand while it was on a plane to him or on the boat to him or whatever. But thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into the second year. So yes. June 2003. Wave Series 4. Look, we were just talking about it. So you said Series 7, but it's actually Series 4.
Yeah, I don't know where I got 7 from. Ignore me.
But now, for the record, so far, this is my favourite wave of...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Punisher, one of my favourites. Beast, one of my favourites. Ant-Man. Well, Giant Man came with Ant-Man and Wasp. You got Electra. You've got Gambit. I think this is for 2003... This would have been a solid wave. Just think 2 more X-Men to go along with Wolverine and Magneto. You've got Electro now to go along with your Ben Affleck Daredevil. No, that's terrible. My bad. Anyway, let's look at these. Let's go down these. Okay, I've obviously just showed off Beast. I've just showed off Beast. Let me just have a quick look at Beast again. All right, there he is. I actually had him in his pretty packaging, right? Mint. Had him on mint on card for a long time. And then because I was like... on YouTube and I was trying to find content, I unboxed him and did a rewind review. I only did like 2 rewind reviews and then I realised no one cares. But I did this and I also did the Epic Heroes Dr. Doom. And how I regret opening him for those 300 views, I tell you, like, I wish I still had him on card, but I opened him up for a YouTube video that you can still find on the channel right now. Just search like Dan Marvel Legends Beast Rewind Review or something like that. I basically compare him. I don't even know if the new Beast was out at the time. To be honest, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have kept him mint on Toy Biz packaging because, yeah, that's a piece of history, and I've now devoured him hanging on my wall. But it's still great articulated legend. But yeah, I love Beast. But the new one we got from Legends is far superior, so I can't be mad. Electra. We have got a decent Marvel Legends Electra. Again, she's front row. Because I can grab
that was the SPDR wave, right? 2017.
Yeah, and they did offer to give us another one, a white version, but it never happened. She never won the fan vote, but there she is. But the one we've got is pretty good, but again, only single jointed elbows, pins on the legs, room for improvement with Electra for sure. I'd love an interchangeable head sculpt with maybe an angry face, posing maybe some swords. So again, still room for improvement on Electra, but I like that. I would take that on the 20th anniversary card. Moving down to Gambit, we have got a couple of Gambits as well recently. We got one on the retro card as well, so we got that re-release. That head though is terrible, isn't it? Look how sloppy. It looks like I painted that head.
Yeah.
But there you go, Gambit there. He did have his trench coat, to be fair to him. Soft goods trench coat, and I know a lot of people do prefer the soft good look. I know the recent Mayfex Gambit that came out is really nice, and it has the the trench coat, so you can take it off and have two different looks for Gambit, which I know people appreciate, which you could do with this one. So it still has its place, but again, all of these just aesthetically are outdated. Now Goliath here, I called him Giant Man, but it's obviously Goliath. This is a nice touch because he came in the box with Ant-Man and the Wasp in smaller scale. So you technically got 3 new characters for your Marvel Legends line in this one pack here with Goliath, Ant-Man, and now I know they're both Hank Pym, but you know what I mean, separate character representations, and the Wasp in the red. So that was a nice pack. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think I would take Ant-Man or the Wasp in one of these, you know.
Yeah.
Original Avengers.
Wasp if she's on the Shriek body, or a modified version of Shriek body, and yeah, Ant-Man if he's on a version of like the either the Vulcan body or the Sunfire body, something like that.
Yeah, I would take them. Ant-Man and the Wasp are original Avengers. So if we've got Captain America, we've got Iron Man, we've got Hulk, I wouldn't be mad at an Ant-Man and Wasp, or even Ant-Man with a small Wasp or whatever. Do you know, like?
Yeah,
something
and vice
like
versa.
Yes, just that would be nice. Or even Ant-Man and the Wasp packed in like this with someone else. Do you know, like whether it is Goliath or whatever, like a lab coat Hank Pym. We know we've got a lab coat now with Marvel Legends.
Yeah,
Hank
true.
Pym in the comics did make Ultron. It wasn't Tony Stark, like the new generation of people believe. But yeah, there you go. Look, their helmets even come off. Wow, his helmet came off. That's pretty good. I didn't even know that. Just learned something today. I knew the stream was worth it. But yeah, there you go. So that's a great pack as well. And then the last one of my favourite Marvel characters, because he deals justice in his own manner, and I appreciate him for it. It's the Punisher. And we've had some great Punishers. We've had quite a few Punishers now. We've even got like a War Machine Punisher. But this Walgreens is my favourite. You know, this Walgreens is my favourite.
Yeah, that's mine too.
We have got a retro carded one already though in the second wave, or the first wave, wasn't it? First wave, where he didn't have the sort of apparatus, the sort of harness on the front. Oops, I've dropped him. But still, I would.
Fun fact: his box is one of the few that survived the boxing purge.
Oh. But would you take a Punisher on this card?
Not really. Would you?
Punisher's one of my favourites, so
yeah,
I'd take him in any form. So yeah, and I know we've had lots of different versions of the Punisher, but my favourite look for the Punisher is just a straight up black with the red skull, the white skull. That's my mind's eye of Punisher, black, white skull. So by the way, it annoys I'm so organised, right? It annoys me when I miss accessories, and I've just picked her up and realised she's missing one of her size. So now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight until I find her size. I found the Billy Club.
Yeah.
Where's the bloody size? Oh no.
So I think you do a list and I'll do a list, because I see why you would want Punisher on there. But personally, like that Walgreens one is still supreme to me. We've had a lot of Punishers since. I
do think there are better characters that probably are worthy of that tribute representation. But selfishly, I can't help but just want Punisher in all forms.
Don't blame you.
So who's your favourite? I also love the little accessory, the little display piece as well, diorama.
Yeah.
I do love the dioramas, stuff like that. But again, it's not really happening anymore. There he is. So what's your favourite out of Wave Series 4?
My favorite, I think, would probably be, I want to say Goliath, but personally I would rather see Bill Foster Goliath than this Goliath, for 2 reasons. Number one, we already have, like, I prefer, if I've got Hank Pym on the shelf, I prefer it as, classic Ant-Man Hank Pym.
Yeah.
And 2, because I love Bill Foster's role in Civil War. So it's tough. If I was going to pick one out of this set, I would probably go with you and go Punisher, because I think it would also sell well. A lot of people weren't collecting back in 2016, and we haven't had a definitive classic Punisher like that in a while. But personally, I wouldn't put it in one of my spots for wave two.
My favorite of this wave is Beast, but I want Beast on the orange retro card.
Yeah, I know you do.
So like that's my like.
I was tempted to say Beast just to say because no one wants him on the orange card.
Like,
but I thought no.
I know it's such a stupid thing, but this is what we just think. I'm getting stressed that I can't find a Psy and a Billy Club for my Daredevil and thingy. They're on the floor somewhere, but it's stressing me out that I can't see them. Like, so my OCD goes a little bit crazy, and it's the fact that we don't have like the looks for the Jim Lee X-Men all on that orange card stresses me out. Anyway, I won't dwell on it. Punisher and Beast are my favourites, but I do like this wave as a whole. My list, I think so far all I've got is Namor and Daredevil. I may come back around to Punisher or Ant-Man or someone like that, but I'll keep the gaps opening as we keep going through. We keep going through 2003. Bloody hell, so long ago. Okay, so September 2003.
Okay, so who we got?
Oh my God, close your eyes. Is that Rogue?
Yeah. See, personally, I wouldn't take any of these on the 20th card, so we could probably skip this wave.
Yeah, so these are just X-Men. It was a 5-pack.
Yeah.
So it was the way to get the lab coat for Beast. But that Rogue, and it was the first time maybe Rogue came out as well. But yeah, that's for the time with the little X-Men Sans. I'm sure that was it was a re-release of basically 4 figures they already put out. Wolverine had a different head. Hank had the glasses and lab coat. Rogue is scary. No one look. Oh my God, look at this Rogue.
She is really scary. Really, really scary.
Oh my God, I just want to give everyone nightmares. How beautiful is that? Who fancies Rogue? Come on now.
Oh God.
Does anyone wish we went back in time and had Marvel Legends of 2003? I bet someone out there is kissing the screen.
You reckon?
Yeah, someone out there's in love. All right, I'm closing that before I have nightmares. She looks like a crazy porcelain, like freaky doll. Anyway, back to this. So let's skip this because that's a 5-pack. I want to go back to the waves.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the waves.
So who's after them is... that's another 4-pack from the Urban Legends.
But it did have Spider-Man in it. Let's have a quick little look at Spider-Man. There he is. So was that the first time Spider-Man came out? There he is. It's a nice little pack, though. Again, Electro in the white. Oh, my God. Look at that Electro face. That's worse than bloody...
Yeah.
That is really bad. Can I zoom in on that?
Why do you want to? No.
I'm just trying to let people know, right? Just think, right? People in the chat have been moaning about distribution and Mark can't find our legends. Look, right? I hope I never find this one. Do you know, like, that's what we used. This is what we used to deal with. For God's sake, think this is meant to be a celebration of the 20 years it was and how far we've come. Thank God we don't have that anymore. Bloody hell! Just think, someone out there put this on their shelf 20 years ago and went, "Wow." So happy to have Electro on the shelf.
I mean, at the time,
I wouldn't be able to sleep if that was on the shelf in the room with me. Her and Rogue on the shelf together. I'd be lying there staring at them.
That'd be a repeat with Amanda, it was for
Annabelle. Annabelle.
Yeah.
Okay, another box set. But I was just curious with Spidey. But again, I do like the box sets. We don't get them enough these days. We get a few for Amazon, but I do.
I would love an SDCC box set this year to be a Toy Biz box set packaging.
Oh yeah, tribute to one of those box sets. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, here we go. Series 5. Let's have a look.
Personally,
Howard the Duck, right?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I wouldn't give any of these a spot because I think I would rather see them elsewhere. You know, like we've already had a classic Red Skull, Mr. Fantastic recently. I don't think we need a new Colossus anytime soon. Sabretooth, though. Could throw in Sabretooth there.
People, like, as I said, we've talked about Sabretooth.
People are clamoring for that.
We talked about him last week on the VHS stream where people are just still want Sabretooth on a bigger book in his more classic look. So I do think it's coming. Another movie figure in this wave as well there, just sneakily hiding in there.
Yeah, Blade.
Blade there. Wesley Snipes Blade. I think Mark Tack, when on Legends and Liquor, talked about him wanting a Wesley Snipes Blade. Now,
yeah,
I'm not, like, I may not have seen Affleck Daredevil, but I have seen Wesley Snipes Blade, I love that movie. And again, we got to thank that movie for sort of saving Marvel to some extent. If that film was a flop, the MCU probably wouldn't exist because Marvel would have just went, well, let's sell everyone. But thankfully, Wesley Snipes' Blade was good, and they had a figure to go along with it, and the figure's not bad either, to be honest.
Yeah.
For its time.
Again, especially for the time.
Let's have a scroll through. Let's have a look at the figures and packaging. So, obviously, Howard the Duck was a pack-in with Silver Surfer. He wasn't actually a single-pack figure. Look, let me just look at Silver Surfer and Howard the Duck real quick. Technically, a 2-pack. There you go, Silver Surfer. So we are getting Silver Surfer this year, if you back Galactus, of course. So we will be getting another Silver Surfer, but no Howard the Duck this time with him. My Silver Surfer is still standing on the shelf, just there.
I love how you've got your Silver Surfer displayed.
There's a little. I need to put the Fantastic Four back on the shelf next to him. He's a bit lonely at the minute, surfing with no one. But there's Howard the Duck. Let's go back out. Let's have a look at this Red Skull. So Red Skull here in this sort of like, this is really far from my mind's eye of Red Skull. Like, I sort of get the uniform is in, and I'm sure there's comic panels of him in it, but I don't see it in my head. Bring Toys to Work. Let's
Bring Toys to Work donated $5. Just a little more love, but seriously, please do a live stream of the top 10 ugliest action figure faces.
Look, Bring Toys to Work. You're the boss these days. I'll do whatever you want. Let's do a top 10 live stream on the ugliest Marvel Legend figures. We can do that. That's more fun than saying I don't like worst lists because I always think that's just spreading negativity. But I do top 10 ugliest figures. That can just be pretty funny. But yes, Bring Toys to Work. I'll get the super producer to add it to the list. But yeah, that would be funny. We've got 2 contenders so far. Bloody hell. With Rogue and Electra. They may be 1 and 2 right there. Bloody hell. Spoiler alert. We have to cancel this stream, right. Bring Toys to Work. Bloody hell. Anyway, back to Red Skull. As I said, I want my mind's eye representation of the characters on the shelf. And for me, comic Red Skull was always in the green jumpsuit. So I see this Red Skull, and it sort of looks like he's about to join the YMCA or something like that and sing, Yo, man.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. So, like, I don't want YMCA Red Skull, I'm afraid. But he has the same... is that the same as... no. Yeah, it is. It's the same diorama piece as Cap. He just has an extra piece, yeah. The hat comes off, though. But he has a new hat.
Daniel S. says, it's not necessary, but I have so much love for that Colossus, I would happily buy one on the Toy Biz card.
Let's have a look at Colossus then. Daniel S. says, Colossus. Here he is. Not bad. I just think it wasn't until maybe 2018 we got a decent Colossus again in Legends form. So I guarantee you, this was still on a lot of people's shelves for a while until Legends finally gave us Colossus again in the... Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave 2017, I think. And then we've got the 2-pack version of Guao with the 80th anniversary line. But before them, this probably held strong in an X-Men display.
So that 2-pack I think was 2019, and then I think they did another production reissue of it last year, or was it 2020 they did that? I can't remember.
Of the Juggernaut and X-Men. Is that your dog or mine?
That's mine, yeah.
Okay, I can never tell. Now I've got a dog. I'm like, shit, what's wrong?
Yeah, that's him.
But yeah, this probably still held up strong. And yeah, you're right. It did get a re-release with the Juggernaut. So hopefully people got their hands on it. Mr. Fantastic. See, we talked about this, and I think we talked about this on Legends of Liquor as well.
You did, yeah, on Legends of Liquor.
Like, I can't remember who said it, but we need a Mr. Fantastic with more than just salad fingers. Like,
yeah.
Not the most exciting pose.
And a torso piece would be really cool.
Yeah, and we do get one eventually.
A torso piece and a neck piece.
Yeah. But even the massive hand, it reminds me of, again, I could crack Simpsons references all day, but in The Simpsons, there's a guy that works at Homer's plant that he's just got a massive hand. He just walks, and they just keep making jokes about a massive hand. Never mind. If you're a Simpsons fan, you know who I'm on about, the guy with the massive hand. That's who it reminds me of. I also like his little... this little bathtub thing. He's got a hammer. But I do wish I would have definitely sacrificed the lab coat for more appendages, stretchy arms or stretchy legs, whatever. I do prefer the stretchy arms we got on the Walgreens version than I do the salad fingers. That's for sure. So there's that. Nick Fury. Now, Nick Fury, the only way we've got him recently, well, not the only way, but recently I say recently, I'm talking 2016 now, we got the Shield Agent. The first, now we've just got the repack with the two Shield Agents with 3 new head sculpts in it. None of them were Nick Fury, but when we first got them, we got a Shield Agent, Nick Fury, and Dirk Anger. So Nick Fury, there you go. You've got your ultimate version of Nick Fury there.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good like that, to be fair, though. But Nick Fury, is Nick Fury a character worthy of being on the card?
No. I don't think so, at least.
If we've just got those new shielded bodies, like, you can just turn one of your old Shield Agents back into Comic Nick.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the way mine will run is the 2 that are coming in. Like, so I have 3 Shield Agents at the moment, including Nick. So when the other 2 come, they will probably flag Nick on the shelf somehow. And
I hope they're not all wobbly leg like this geezer.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
This guy is terrified. He's meant to be a Shield Agent, right? Shield recruited him. Right, and they expect all their recruits to be strong and brave. And these Shield Agents are terrified of anything they see.
Mine's not that bad, thankfully. Like, my Nick isn't that bad, but my other 2 Shield Agents are really bad.
Like, it's the bookie
really
cap,
bad.
Isn't it? Why is it so loose? I don't get it. It's like Shaky Jake over here. That's what I'm going to name him. This is Shaky Jake, Shield Agent.
But I love this because this head sculpt is from the Captain America First Avenger.
I know.
Nick Fury.
It's a good little kit bash there to make a very accurate ultimate.
Exactly.
Story, yeah.
Because you look at those panels in the Ultimate Comics, and he literally is Samuel L. Jackson. So, and because it's not photoreal, because it's painted, it kind of works with the comic figures.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So not Nick. Who we got left? So we looked across. Let's look at Movie Blade real quick. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I am very excited for the new MCU Blade. But if you give me, if they released the one-off, like, tribute line of previous movie characters, just think, everyone's clamoring for a movie Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. People have been talking about that for a long time. So I wouldn't be mad if they just released a one-off Blade, Wesley Snipes Blade. I still want Wesley Snipes as his character in Demolition Man. But that's never going to happen, is it? So I take a Wesley Snipes Blade from Marvel Legends. He came with a bike and everything. That's not a bad packing. At least his tires have been inflated a little bit. Some weapons.
Yeah, as opposed to Ghost Riders. Wesley Snipes Blade would be really cool.
Soft good cape again. Cool. Glasses.
Look,
tattoos.
the one that one with the glasses. That is so Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, you can't be mad.
Like, hats off to them for, like, this is 20 years ago, the sculpting is.
Yeah, if you showed this to someone, you could probably, and go, what actor is that? As long as you're aware as long as you're aware as Wesley Snipes, you'd probably be able to get it. He looks a little bit older now. He definitely can't play Blade anymore.
Yeah,
he was in that new, I've not watched it, but I've seen it advertised on Netflix. He's on a new show with Kevin Hart, and he plays like a brother of Kevin Hart or something like that.
Yeah.
And he looks a little bit older. But again, he's shown his age. He's been around. He's been around.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. There's the wave. Sabretooth, as we mentioned. Daniel S. said would be one of his. There he is. Classic look. People want it. Clamoring for it in the big body now. We're getting... I know Rich M is very happy that we're getting the first appearance Sabretooth. But it's the one people want. They want a big Sabretooth. I like that.
And to be fair, I think this would be a really cool place to do it.
There is. So that's another solid wave, to be fair. A bit of a random, more of a mix than some of the other waves as well. With Silver Surfer, like Howard the Duck is a nice
Fury.
packing as well, by the way. But Fury, one of the Fantastic Four. We have already had Thing and Johnny though. So just think, you've had to wait until now to get Reed. So I'm just trying to rethink of being a collector back then, thinking, wow, you're slowly
trying to complete teams.
Yeah, you're slowly starting to build teams. So that's back in 2003. So I think we had another wave in 2003, or maybe that was it. Okay, so there, that was it. And then, is this the pack you had?
Yes.
Is this your nostalgic
It came out
pack?
September 2004.
There it is.
That is my nostalgic
Is
pack.
this your first memory of Marvel Legends then? One that you actually remember having? Like,
Yeah. This is one where I remember it the whole way through. Like, I remember opening it. I remember the moment I got it. I remember playing with it. Like, everything. There have been some others along the, like Namor, for example. I still have Namor. I think I did have the Gambit and the Beast, but I think I actually got the. I think mine was from the X-Men Legends 5-pack. I don't think I got the Wave versions because I remember the lab coat. So I think if I'm honest, I might have just had those 2 box sets in the first couple of years actually, and Namor. And I think I might have had the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
oh, this picture's too small. Ooh, I'm about to print it. No, I don't want to print it.
But this is the set that I remember that moment like it was yesterday, and I adore this set.
So I've accidentally pressed print on that Black Cat picture. Whoops. I'm trying to be careful so it doesn't crash my stream. All right, let's go back. Here we go. So there you go. It's a great. That set will still probably go for a decent bit on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
I think. Just for nostalgic. Just for nostalgic.
And each figure came with its own little disc base. So it's pretty cool.
It's a great set for a Spider-Man fan. Just buy one set, and you've got Venom, Green Goblin, Electro, Kraven, Doc Ock, arguably a top 5 there, and like just with them. And then just for fun, you've got Black Cat as well.
The other thing, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. It's just nice to have that mix.
The other thing with Black Cat as well is that she's not ugly.
That's what I was trying to zoom in.
I think the other female figures in the lineup until this point were all it was just Electro and Rogue, so they're ugly. But Black Cat was not ugly.
Let's have a look. Okay, it's not bad. Let me ask the chat a question. Would you? No, I'm joking.
Oh gosh.
Put up a poll. I'm joking. Put up a would you, Black Cat?
Would you buy this now? Right.
Yes, that's what I meant. Innocent mind, Brandon. That's exactly what I meant. Let's go back out. Let's go to the next wave. Still in 2004. Marvel Legends. Oh, another movie one. Okay, this is where we get into like grails of a time. So
that Deadpool and Goop, man, that was silly money once upon a time.
Still the only way to get dupe as well. Only Marvel Legends dupe to this very moment in 20 years is that dupe right there.
See, I think it would be really cool if they did a Deadpool on like. Do we need another Deadpool? No, we don't. But if they did a Deadpool on this packaging with dupe, wouldn't say no.
Yeah, to be fair, Deadpool is that type of popular character though, where if you put Deadpool on this packaging, people would eat it up. Put a dupe in it as well would be a beautiful tribute to Toy Biz. So far, the only way to get dupe is on the Toy Biz retro card, Toy Biz card back in the day. So now to tribute that, the only way to get dupe is in a retro blister in this line. Like, wouldn't be mad about it. Let's have a look at that actually while we're talking about it. There he is. There you go. He had this variant as well. I think he did. Oh no, it's just an unmasked head. But there he is. Yeah, that was like when I first got into Legends, like properly, like I'm on board now. Like maybe 2014, 13, 14, I think. This was like a grail piece for a lot of collectors. This was the figure on eBay that was over £100.
Yeah, easy. Easy.
And people were getting him to open as well because people wanted a Deadpool on the shelf. So people were getting him to open. So obviously now he's been overtook because obviously the body mold's just way outdated. So just think of all those figures that were brought to open that are now just back in boxes again. Sad times. But dupe, as we said, he always reminds me of Slimer. Does anyone else look at that guy? I know Brandon's not a Ghostbusters guy, but like when I first looked at these, I didn't really know who dupe was, and I thought, like, is Deadpool with Slimer? It's like some sort of Ghostbusters crossover. Does look a little bit like Slimer, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Cable's
I think
awesome
it
in
looks
this.
like Slimer Dan.
It does. I'm not crazy. He's Cable. Obviously, perfect companion for this wave to go along with Deadpool. Especially X-Force fans, of course. Cable's in those iconic blue and yellows. Big metal arm. He even comes on this giant thing. I don't even know what you call it. It's like a gunner bike thing. What is that? What's that official name, Brandon? You must know the official technical name of that.
Oh, I don't know the
Of
technical
course
name
you
of this.
don't. No one does.
I don't.
It's a completely made up nonsense. Where's Rush or Rich M? One of you guys will know this. Rush will come out with that. Technically, Dan, that is the... Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a big gun that also you can stand on and ride, apparently. I never had it, as you can tell. But yeah, there's still... I don't even know if there's still knockoff versions of that Deadpool on AliExpress. There was for a long time. Phoenix! Oh, come on. She may be in our Bring Toys to Works list. Let's have a check.
This needs to happen. I would love this.
I would allow it in the green
with a dark Phoenix variant and a white Phoenix variant.
Yes, as long as they don't give you the red Phoenix ever again, I'm fine with it. As long as that 2-pack remains as the break glass for emergency, the cars broke down, eBay bait piece.
See, you should sell that, right? And that would have paid for your computer.
But it's called collecting. I can't collect if I don't have a collection, right? You're just as bad as my missus.
Yeah.
Can't sell everything if I'm
Very
building
true.
a collection. It doesn't know how it works.
That's true. Very true.
But this, to be fair, she doesn't look too bad. I don't think she's worthy of being on our top 10 ugliest figures. Like,
No.
she looks a little bit zapped. She's like, she's
Yeah,
hyped,
there though, she looks a bit weird.
yeah, she's a bit zapped. She's like eager, but she's all right. She's all right. It's not a bad school Pivo. It's all about that effect piece.
There you go.
But there she is. That effect piece is really nice. I don't know why all these Marvel Legends were arrested, but they clearly were arrested at some point.
Yeah, with their mugshots.
Yeah, mugshot. I do like it though. It does show you the size and stuff. I'm assuming that's to scale of inch, but there you go. Not bad. To be fair, I joke all the time about not wanting another Phoenix because obviously the 2-pack. But give it me in green or white. I'll have it again for that effect piece alone. Guarantee you, people have brought this just for that effect piece. Same with the Select.
Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely.
Yeah, that's not bad. And the variant was red as well, as we'll see in a second. Juggernaut as well, held up for a long time. Until the Legends team came out.
Yeah.
This and the Marvel Select one were like very sought after. His arms are a little bit too long for me though, for the Toy Biz. Like, just proportionately, I know proportionately is a crazy looking character anyway, but just this figure in particular, his arms just look like your arms don't.
They look too bulky and too weird.
They just don't dangle past your knees. Do you know what I mean? When you're standing up, like they're a bit weird. Yeah. But still, for its time, can't be mad. The helmet came off. You haven't even had a little display piece you could smash through. It was the gates. Look, Rich M needs the other piece of those gates. They're all smashed. That head sculpt's not too bad.
That is a great head sculpt. That one.
I've seen a casting cave like recast that for the recent one.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty good. Because the recent one, we only got a beaten up head when they reissued it.
Yeah, you're right.
So who's this guy with Wolverine? Ogun. This has completely zapped my mind. I cannot remember a little Japanese guy packed in with Loki.
Either.
Who is this little guy? Hello, mate.
I still love those dioramas though. Those dioramas are just so cool.
Do we need to phone someone's mum? Who is he? Is he lost? Do you know what? Until this very moment, I forgot that existed. What's he doing? I'm assuming it's from someone tell me in the chat who poor Ogun is. I'm assuming it's a statue as well, right? He doesn't move. It's just a cross-legged statue.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
But still, a brown-suited Wolverine. I'm sure people at the time were very happy with this. Doesn't look bad. Ogun as well. I do like it when they can make an accessory piece work to represent another character. Like Legends still do it sometimes. We got Miss Lion. We got what's the shark called? Jeff.
Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. His movie Punisher.
Black Cat's cat.
What was the actor here?
Can't even remember his name.
It must say here, right? No, I don't think. Someone will tell me in the chat. Who's this Punisher? I know there's been 3 live action Punishers. This is the first one, I think, or the second one. I can't remember. Someone in the chat tell me. But this is, again, it's not bad. The likeness isn't bad. To be fair, Toy Biz are free for free on the likenesses for these actors for Legends. It's not bad. Jacket come off, soft goods as well. Classic black, white skull, weapons, bazooka, stand. Yeah, you can't be mad. Still, all of these are all coming with comics as well, by the way, people. Something that obviously doesn't happen anymore. So there you go. There's the wave. That is your Series 5, I believe. Is it 5? No, Series 6. Series 6. So any highlights of this one, Brandon? Any making your list of 4?
None making my list of 4. But there are. This is a very solid wave. And I do just want to point out there's little Dark Phoenix down there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there is.
And you know what?
The variant.
And you know what? I think because the Daredevil was Ben Affleck Daredevil, not Daredevil, proper. I'm gonna say that I would rather get a Daredevil and a Spider-Man sort of line down at some point. So Dark Phoenix on the Toy Biz card is going to be my number 2 out of 4. I'm doing it.
It's your list.
Yeah.
You do what you want. You're crazy. A lot of people in the chat are very telling me it's Thomas Jane. Someone said Keanu Reeves. I don't know if he said that as a joke or what. It's the second live action if you count Dolph. Yeah, I thought he was the second. I did think so. Deadpool is an instant buy. Maybe Phoenix, people are saying. Brown Suit Wolvie for me, says Night Ren. Got to take off now, says Pogo. Pogo B, he says, what does full stream on the replay? Shout out the replay crew as always. I always like it when I see people. If you watch this in the replay, if you are watching this now and we're not live, then hello, how are you from the past? And let me know in the comments. Let me know you're part of the replay crew. I do appreciate that people, I appreciate that people can't watch these live wherever you are. People work, busy, etc. So if you're on the replay crew, let me know in the comments. All right, we appreciate you. And yeah, About Fig says, yes, that was a joke. He didn't really think it was Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is a Marvel character, though. Who could he be? He hasn't been one yet. He's been Constantine with the DC. I like him as John Wick. I've got Keanu Reeves as John Wick on my shelf. And Brandon's never seen John Wick because he doesn't want to buy the John Wick Mafex figure. So
Mafex, yeah. No, can't do it.
Because he would want to. He really would once he's seen the film. Now, by the way, now I've got a dog, I understand John Wick so much more. When I first seen John Wick, I was like, really all of that?
That dog so
I was
much?
like, really all of that for the dog? But now I get it. Someone hurt Teddy, I'm going John Wick myself. I'll be damn wicking on people. I probably died my first encounter, but I'd try. I'd try to revenge him. Oh, there he is. Hello, mate. Come here. Do you want to say hello? He was literally outside my door and I didn't even notice. Teddy, come here. I was just talking about you. Come here. Yeah. See? If anyone hurt Ted, I'd go Dan Wick on him. That's right, Ted.
There you go.
That's right. What do you say? Do you agree? Ted's always so confused when I bring him up here. Teddy, what's your favourite Marvel Legend of 20 years? For 20 years of Legends, Ted, what do you think? Ted isn't even won yet. He's won on the 14th of February this year. On Valentine's Day, he'll be 1 year old.
Really?
Yep, so he's still only young. Teddy, do you know Legends have existed 19 more years than you? It's true. It's a fact. That. You can sit there, mate. All right, I might have to take him to the toilet, actually. I think that's why he's barking at me. Do you want to take over the chat for a second and I'll be back?
No problem.
Amanda's not in. Our routines have all messed up. Usually Amanda's covering for me, but she's now gone hoop. So shout out Amanda's aerial hoop crew. Well, I'll leave you with the chat. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Yes, okay. Let's see what we got. So far, guys, I am thinking Namor and Dark Phoenix. So what I'd like to see is what are everybody's picks. If you could pick 2 of the figures that we've seen so far to be redone in the new Hasbro Toy Biz packaging, who would you pick? Let me know in the chat and we will read some out. Just to catch up on some of the other comments here that I've been seeing over the last hour or so. Bring Toys to Work had said that Electro looked like she had plastic surgery on the face. Jay's Toy Collection UK says Sentinel bases were great from Toy Biz as well. I agree. Joseph Bates dropped in, said, "Happy Thursday, chap. Sorry I'm late, had a busy day. These images are already giving me major nostalgia." Couldn't agree more, man. These Toy Biz figures, grew up on them. They are very, very, very nostalgic. Let's see who else we got here. Keith T says, "Bill Foster Goliath would be rad." Yes, you know what I'm saying. Daniel S says, "I have a conspiracy theory that they will do a new Gambit with a cloth goods coat on this card." Could be. We know that Gambit is Ryan Ting's, or one of Ryan Ting's favorite X-Men, if not his favorite X-Men. I think, I can't remember exactly. So I'm sure he's always down for more Gambit. Let's see. Supermassive hit. Loads of hits on some of the other figures. Tony Collector says Dark Phoenix and Daredevil. Tarek says Dark Phoenix and Spider-Man. Fortress Matimus says Daredevil and Ghost Rider. David Evan Smith said, "I'd like the idea of Deadpool with Duke remake on the 20th anniversary packaging." Bring toys to work. Amazing. You agree with me? Namor and Phoenix with the accessories would be great. Rich M says Sabretooth and Dupe. Mike D says Deadpool, Dark Phoenix, Goliath. Jamie says his is the same as mine too. Kurt K says Ghost Rider and Daredevil. Mike D says Venom. Have we seen a Venom stuff? Oh, yeah, I suppose we did in the Sinister Six pack. Phil Jones says Howard and Dupe. Howard the Duck and Dupe. Trevor Maguire says Cable and Dark Phoenix. Arvin Shah says Dark Phoenix with the Firebird. Namor and Toad says Damien. Austin Collins says Dark Phoenix and Cable. Rush McGowan says Dark Phoenix and Blue Cable. Mini Plastic Multiverse says Deluxe Mr. Fantastic and Punisher. Christopher Crockett says Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider.
People picking their favourites.
Yeah.
It's a good wave.
Cat says Ghost Rider and Dark Phoenix.
It's a solid wave. It is for the year, for when it was. I can imagine people being really happy with that wave. Okay, so that's two.
Matt Martin says not a movie Blade, but a new comic Blade. I would absolutely love a new comic Blade. Oh my god, would I love a new comic Blade? Put a new comic Blade on a new body. Let's go. Well, need it.
I love that. As I said, I've talked about earlier how I love Daredevil. I really like Punisher.
Yeah.
Blade in that category. Like, I love those street level heroes. Like the ones that ain't dealing with the cosmic threats. The ones that are just like gritty without like crazy superpowers. Like, let's be honest, Punisher's got no superpowers. Daredevil's blind guy. I know he's got crazy radar, ecto, all of that, but still street level hero. And who Blade is a vampire. So it's very gritty street level, and I love that sort of world of Marvel, the Marvel Knights, if you will. Moon Knight is in that same category as well.
The Urban Legends.
Yes. So yeah, give me that last comic Blade when the Netflix wave in 2017.
So bad.
Yes, that needs a redo. 100%.
So
new
bad.
body, brand new body, new head sculpts, new accessories, whole new Blade, please.
And 2 head sculpts, like you say.
Yes.
Your stoic head sculpt, and then like a growling.
You need to see his teeth.
Sculpt.
Yeah, you need a normal, just like Daywalker sort of head sculpt, and then you need a teeth growling one for Blade. It needs to happen. And there you go. As I said, the Urban Legends, they already did a box set, a couple of box sets. Fantastic Four got a couple of box sets, it seems, up there. Let's have a quick little look. There you go. So finally, you got Sue there, the Invisible Woman. You got a variant, a couple of versions of Johnny, basically flamed on to a certain extent. Herbie and Franklin. And again, to this very day, in Marvel Legends, this is the only Franklin we have. So we have now got a Fantastic Four retro line. Can we maybe get Franklin? And what's the girl's name? It begins with a V, or it's not Veronica, is it? No, it's not that. People in the chat, people watching are now screaming at me, going, "Dad, it's this." I'm not going to cheat and use Google. I trust my live audience. That will help me out. But the sister, we need her as well. We have got Herbie, though. Herbie came with Sue, of course, in the Walgreens exclusive. And we have now got Sue as the Invisible Woman as well. So not a bad Fantastic Four pack for the time again. Let me zoom in on that. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with that as a Fantastic Four fan. You got the lab coat again, soft goods lab coat. But again, that's another pack. Another pack there. Let's go to December of 2004.
Yeah.
Um,
that Hawkeye and Sky cycle needs to happen.
Oh my God, right. So the ongoing joke that seems to be happening with this is that our good friend Rectangular, Mr. Todd Ortiz, he knows, he has many sources all over the place. And at some point in time, we all believed that we would get a Rider's Wave Hawkeye on a Sky Cycle of some sort. And since then, Ryan Ting, every time he's done a live stream for Hasbro, has put this version, this actual Toy Biz Hawkeye, in the background of his display as a little Easter egg. And to this day, like literally maybe 2 years on from that original rumours, we still don't have Hawkeye and his Sky Cycle. But keep your eye out on the back of Ryan Ting's displays, and you may see the Sky Cycle yet again. But yeah, it's still pretty funny that he does that. It just means he's listening, Todd. Just means he's listening. But would you want a Hawkeye? Just think of all these accessories, all these.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if I was going to get a new Hawkeye, this is where I would choose to have it. So
look at that Ant-Man one. That is so good, so good. And now Hawkeye's had his show, and we've actually seen some of these arrows in live action. Of course, we all knew we had gimmick arrows from the comics anyway, but we hadn't yet really seen them in the Avengers film. Where now, because of him and Kate, we've actually seen a little bit of a breakdown of like the different arrows, and like that Ant-Man one we did see in Civil War, to be fair, and that's a direct Easter egg to it from the comics. There's a comic cover, but yeah, that's a beautiful. Essentially, Ant-Man's in this pack, really.
Yeah,
it's a 2-pack.
I already know who my 4th spot is going to be, but I think this will take my 3rd spot for
a classic Hawkeye.
And a second wave, yeah.
You're not happy with the retro version or the All-Father Wave builder figure?
No, the All-Father Wave builder figure, I didn't like how they reused that. I didn't like how they reused that Winter Soldier arm. You know, the metallic kind of arm. The retro version, the eyes on mine were painted quite wonky, and it was Bucky Cat body, and it just, I didn't love it, so I had sold it way back when. But the one that I still have on my display is the Rocket Raccoon 2013 wave.
Oh, the modernized one.
Yeah, the modernized one.
I don't have that.
Nice. Which I know is still Bucky Cat, but I just love that. Actually, I love that figure to death.
Yeah, so, that's one I regret not having. I like that version. Yeah, and it's different to the classic look as well. It's basically it's what the Hawkeye show was. It's that run of the Hawkeye series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you read that name of the Fantastic Four daughter? Because I'll read it wrong.
Okay, let me see. Valeria?
Valeria, yeah, that's it. All right, I need to go open the door for Amanda. 1 sec.
Okay. Jay's Toy Collection UK says, didn't know he came with trick arrows, so I've learnt something this evening. Bring Toys to Work says, zoom in on that Sue face. Matt Martin says, Comic Blade and Daredevil. Honestly, I would love it. Jamie says, I need 2 blades, one for Marvel and one for my Buffy collection. Jamie, I was just thinking about this earlier. Imagine a crossover in the late 90s, early 2000s of Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade, and Buffy. Epic. Absolutely epic, man. Daniel says, Daredevil punched a Blade Moon Knight. Yeah, I think for me, I'm definitely going Namor, Dark Phoenix, Hawkeye, and then I think we're a couple of waves away yet of who I would pick for my 4th option.
Sorry. As I said, schedules went a bit different this week, so
that's
all good.
We were discussing
talking shit about me, were you?
Legends.
Were you?
That too, yeah.
Yeah,
mainly in the chat, mainly Rectangular. We told him to calm down, but
no, he's all right.
We love him, really.
Who else in this wave? Silver Centurion we recently had with Legends. Vision. That Vision now is pretty priced.
Yeah, I love that phasing Vision. And and you're right. That retro Vision, which I have 1 mint of upstairs, is that goes for a lot of money as well.
You also have one Luso as well, don't you?
Yeah, I got 1 loose, 1 mint.
This is the problem.
I love that.
I only bought one set of the retro line. So like I
can't believe you've never opened that figure.
Yeah,
I love that thing.
That was the time where I didn't know if I was opening the retro cards or anything. So like, and now I can't open them because it's impossible to get. So like, I'm just gonna have to wait out for another classic looking Vision. But back then, back in 2004, this was your classic looking Vision, and it's not a bad one either. To be fair, this was pretty good for its time, I think. And you said
I still have this one upstairs. I still got it bubble wrapped and boxed up in the loft.
Weapon X, of course, as well. Civ Tyranny, as we said. Ghost Rider, we've already talked about. We're probably going to get some sort of Ghost Rider this year because it's his 50th anniversary. And then Apocalypse. I know people are clamouring for Apocalypse again because he's getting the Apocalypse builder figure. It goes for a pretty penny.
I love that thing.
Because that thing's a builder figure where the Age of Apocalypse version of Apocalypse, his colour palette's all wrong to be a 616 Apocalypse. So I know that people do want it. People are trying to backtrack. I've never liked the proportions of this guy. Now I know his character changes his poor proportions and stuff, but I don't know. It just looked a bit too bubbly for me. It's like he's made of balls. Do you know, like you know what I mean?
It looks a bit weird.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all right. It's a nice big bad for the X-Men crew, of course. So that's Series 7.
So we've got Series 8.
So we're finished on Series 8 because we genuinely could be here all day.
Oh, can we just go up to the Apocalypse wave?
Yeah, we'll go to wherever you want. Yeah.
Which is the end of 2005. It's only we're only a few away.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're getting into.
We'll just zoom through them.
We're getting into the builder figure era now, ain't we? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we got the December 2004 wave: Man-Thing, Iron Man, Black Widow, Cap, Iceman, Storm, and Doc Ock. I don't think I would pick any of those. Would you?
Black Widow on the streak body with two heads, a blonde one and a red head. Guns with the visual effects.
Yeah, very true.
Look,
you're right. You're right.
Think Black Widow.
I know.
Double jointed, pinless, black silk.
I know, but some
body.
of us already got there. You know what I mean.
Oh yeah, well you did your own little custom mod. I haven't. But give me an interchangeable blonde head as well. So we've got the black outfit, but we've got the blonde head and the red head. Weapons with the muzzle flex and the holes in it. Like, there's definitely a way you can make Black Widow worthy of being in this line. She may be one of my picks, you know. I'm going to do that. She's going down. I've said it. There.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's one of my picks. Black Widow. Are you keeping a note on your 4?
Yeah. I've got 3 so far. So I'm at Namor.
Yeah.
Namor, Hawkeye, and Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
And I know who my number 4 is going to be.
Okay, well, so in this wave, that Man-Thing was pretty good. That held up for a while. See, that Black Widow had a couple of variants as well. Cap, obviously, is a re-release from the first series. Doc Ock was in that 6-pack. Iceman, I think, was the first time. It says modern Iron Man. Not modern anymore. You're now retro, mate. You're 20 years old. Man-Thing was good, though, but the Build-A-Figure, again, another Marvel Legend that goes for a pretty penny now is the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Man-Thing. Storm, again, with 2 variant looks with the mohawk and the big white hair. And there you go. There are all the figures in the box. Before the Build-A-Figures, remember? So that's why you got crazy accessories and diorama pieces and stands.
I've got the Ultimate Cap. I love that thing. And I have that Black Widow, to be fair.
They were great for their time, I'm sure. 20 years ago, or 18 years ago. But they just don't hold up anymore. Just don't do it. Okay, let's keep going. Next one. Yeah, so you basically tell people what you've done before people are like confused.
Sorry, Shriek. It's the Shriek body with the Target exclusive White Widow head, and then it's the it's not the retro body. It's the Rider's Black Widow torso. So, White Widow head, Rider's torso, and then Shriek body.
That is a pretty good mod, you know. Like, I'm looking around going, shit, I want to do that. But I don't have doubles of all them. And I'm very OCD about those.
The skin tones of the face and the neck on the Rider torso, they match quite well. And like this is like my mind's eye. Like this is how
Yep.
she was in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So like that's my mind's eye of Widow. In this wave, not picking anybody.
Well, we've just got this
personally.
Strange. Basically, we've just got the
Yeah.
the Legend Strange. He's literally already on the display behind me with my classic looking Avengers. We've got Bullseye to go along nicely with your Electro so far, but not a comic Daredevil yet in this line. We've got Nightcrawler, which would have been popular, same as War Machine. Grey Hulk, that's the first appearance Hulk, I believe. That's an odd choice for this wave. Now we've got Deathlock and Professor X, I believe. Yep, Deathlock, first appearance Hulk. And there was a variant with that as well. So there you go. Lots of variants here. And this is where they started Build-A-Figures as well, I believe, by the way. Galactus must have been the first. And 20 years later, well, 18 years later, we're getting the HasLab Galactus. Well, if you backed it, you're getting it. Only one for me. Full transparency. I didn't go crazy. He's not an army builder.
Really? I backed 3.
No, you didn't. Don't listen to him. He's lying to you. You have people hitting you up going, I never got one. But there you go.
That's true, yeah. No, I did only back 1. So weird to think we did that. That feels like it was yesterday.
What wave are you trying to get to?
Sentinel wave.
Okay, 2 more then. 2 more and we'll get to there. Oh, no, we're here.
So I got 1 more spot to fill. Who am I filling it with?
Black Panther.
Yes. Hell yes. I love that figure, man. And you know me, I've been clamoring for, and I've been waiting patiently. This year is the year of Panther. We need a new Black Panther this year. It needs to be pinless. It needs to be like retro body style, super articulated. It's not going to happen, but a boy can dream.
Maybe.
With a proper T'Challa unmasked head sculpt. Because I know I'm going to be using that Shield Pack one until we get it. And I would love it to have the cape, but I want the cape to be removable. I don't want it to get in the way of any articulation. You know,
I've got a really good cosmic cape for a regal Black Panther.
Yeah, no, me too. Mine's on my Bucky Cat. But like, I still like the Hasbro capes for like just for like vanilla shots, you know, or like
you know me. I like the plastic look as well because that's why I didn't hate the Strange one that we recently got too much because it posed for just a static display. It poses nice and you ain't got to worry about it wiltering or getting dusty or anything like that.
And I've been thinking about it, and I think I actually prefer that Strange with the plastic cape. I don't think I want to put a soft goods cape on it.
I said it in my review. The new comic Walmart exclusive Strange, the cape. Yes, it's frustrating that you don't have those options, and as us adult collectors, we like our options. But they glued it for a reason because it poses as the figure really nicely. Like I've got a flight stand just under the cape, holding him up, and he's hovering there above my. Don't even know if I can take the camera that far to show you. Let me go full screen, maybe.
Oh yeah, look, there he is.
It's a random little display.
That is a great display, to be fair.
I'm working through my display because I want to do a collection video. Like, it's actually going to happen this year, people, all right? So, like, I'm slowly getting back to it where I put everything back on the shelf. That's Spider-Man, if you couldn't tell. Moving across to some comic Avengers. And there's Strange. There he is, right at the back. And then over there, we've got X-Men, and then MCU, and I go, You'll see it soon. Look, there's the gaps. Do you know why? They're all on the floor. Look at that mess. Oh, my God, that kills my SCD. Now you need to go back on the shelf. And that's why you don't need to become a YouTube reviewer, because you'll be stressing that your display is a constant mess. You ask me why I've not done a collection video in 2 years or 3 years. It's because I'm constantly destroying it to film videos. But I'd love it. It's all part of the fun and games. So Black Panther's Brandon's choice. Let's have a look at it in its fancy card. The card, this, no matter what happens, forever and a day, the Toy Biz packaging will be super nostalgic for a lot of people.
And I would love this on that packaging, man. Oh,
there you go.
I love that. I love that masked head. That masked head is probably the best masked head for Panther we've ever had. Look at that.
It looks like this head. You can't see it. You can't see it really well, but it looks like a mounted Batman head. Does look like a little bit like a mounted Batman, Like Batman's been engulfed by his cowl.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a negative thing. I'm just saying that's
no. I know. But yeah, I would love this, like a really definitive Black Panther, comic Black Panther.
Well,
but with great articulation, no neck hinge, just a ball peg neck, like just I would love it.
And this is a great wave to finish on, because let's be honest, let's scroll down and have a look here. We won't go through every single one, but we've got Angel, Black Panther, Cyclops, 2 versions of Cyclops, Mr. Sinister, and before the Marvel Legends recently put out the new Sinister in the Wendigo Build-A-Figure wave, I think. Was it Wendigo?
Mm-hmm. Wendigo.
That was still probably the best Mr. Sinister. Same until we got the Walgreens exclusive Mystique. That was still pretty good, this one in a classic look. Same with Red Guardian, when we recently only got the new Red Guardian in the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave in 2018. This one was still very sought after until that moment. And then the first appearance, Spider-Man, this is still sought after to this day, because it includes the headpiece for probably, arguably, maybe the best Toy Biz Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
The Sentinel. And until we got the Sentinel, the Marvel Legends HasLab Sentinel, that was the grail for a lot of people, was the Sentinel Build-A-Figure. So Sentinel's definitely a bit too big to fit in here. But I'd take a Sentinel that scale on some sort of card or box. And then I'd use my HasLab one as a mother, you know what I'm trying to say.
I do.
But there you go. So again, we could be doing this all day. Look, 20 years. We've just went through the first 2. 20 years of Marvel Legends. Let's just, as I said, let's stop moaning, and just appreciate the positive for a second. At least we even have options to buy these things. It's hard. I know it's stressful when we can't get what we want, but at least we know what we want is out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like that white whale. At least we know at some point these things are attainable. Because if this line didn't succeed, these things that we want wouldn't even exist. So let's just appreciate that at least these things we want are attainable, and it's all part of the collecting game. No collector is out there going click buy. It's all part of the chase and tracking things down, and it's all part of the hobby. Do you know, so yeah,
Bring Toys to Work says Black Panther is my favorite Marvel superhero. That Toy Biz Black Panther is my favorite Toy Biz figure.
There you go. You've got things in common there with Michael. But yeah, look at that. And then obviously Hasbro took over the line from Toy Biz, and that's a whole nother conversation. But still, 20 years of Marvel Legends. And thank you very much again to MarvelLegends.net. I have no idea who runs the site or anything like that, but you do a great job, and I thank you for it, because I've spent many an hour or 2 on here writing my own checklists and looking at what accessories figures come with and who am I missing in a wave and what Build-A-Figures had which characters, etc. So much appreciated. Again, I'm sure if you're a Marvel Legends collector, at some point or another, you have went on MarvelLegends.net. Brandon, have you went on MarvelLegends.net?
Yeah.
Of course you have.
Very true.
Of course you have. Master Mold. I don't know why I couldn't say Master Mold earlier. Does Dan not have the Retro Vision? Your boy's got toys. I have the Retro Series 2 Retro Vision on card, but I don't have one to open up and display with Wanda right there. And I can't open the one on card. I just can't do it, Alexi. I can't do it. So I'd buy one loose, as long as it's not crazy mini. I don't mind rebuying things loose if you can get them for around retail. Like this Doctor Strange, I had to rebuy loose, but it was basically retail. So I'm not mad about it. It came complete. But I hate knowing I have things. I hate spending more for them. But that's just me being an idiot. I could just go upstairs, open it, and add them to the shelf. But I'm weird. Don't be like that.
In the chat.
No, because they're telling me to open it, and I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I will not buckle to peer pressure. I'm going to end the poll that is in the chat. And only 50. So I've had this with over 114 votes. Who would you side with? Who Crew or the Evil Brotherhood of Mutants? Right now, I understand this is only a stupid little joke poll on a live stream.
Oh no! What did they say?
But 51%. It should be 100%. You're all here showing some love to the channel. Just press the Who Crew button. Stop being spoil sport. That means we got 49% of haters in the chat, Brandon. What have you got to say to the haters?
Action figure expert, being the expert that they are, says, you guys realize that this 20th anniversary packaging just says Series 1 to mimic the original packaging.
Yes, we know.
We do realize
we
that,
know.
but we wanted to have something called fun.
We know.
And we hope you enjoyed it and had fun with us.
Yeah, Action figure expert, I do appreciate you. You're here all the time. I see you all over live streams.
Yes, no,
so
exactly.
I am only joking, but come on.
Yes, we are.
We know how to play the game. We're trying to milk the content. Do you know what I mean? Just have something to talk about. We want to talk about Legends. It's just a fun excuse to talk toys. That's why in the thumbnail and the title of this video, it actually says 20th anniversary possible series 2 ? I'm asking the question. I'm not here breaking news here. I'm just pondering. As Brandon said earlier, we're living in a what if world. Why can't we ponder what if in the multiverse? Peer in, if you will. Alexi says unsubscribe. Damn, fair enough. I'm standing with the crew, says Keith H. Bring Toys to Work says eject the haters. Jamie says feel like the chat has failed the strength right now with the poll. Yeah, I don't get it. Just obviously it's a joke poll. Just join in with the joke. Join in. Look, the poll ended with 50% Who Crew and 49% Evil Brotherhood of Mutants. We won by a measly percent.
Yeah.
Measly percent.
I'm just happy with one.
Who are the haters out there? The Who Crew wouldn't want you anyway. Where's she gone? There's Tigra. There you go, people. No one can deny, right? Whether you like this joke or not, I don't care. No one can deny that this colourful bunch of characters do not look good together. Look at that.
They do. They look really good.
They look great together. And Hank is like the misplaced... He wants to be the leader, but he's not really the leader. Captain Britain's the leader. But Hank just keeps... He's like that. Do you know there's always that wild gun that wants to be the leader, but he needs to be put in his place all the time? Hank just keeps stealing weapons off Legends and like trying to find his own.
I still need to open my third Hank.
Yeah, I've decided I want to be the army builder of Hellfire Hanks. I'm just going to try and just get 100 Hanks.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Help me out, people.
You should have started that 6 months ago.
I know, yeah. Whoops. Okay, it's my own fault. I've upped the price myself. I haven't really, but still. Okay, let's wrap up today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today for our 20th anniversary speculation. And as action figure expert, very obviously said, it says series 1 because it is a tribute packaging to series 1. That's why it says 1. I just like leaning into the teasers and leaning into a bit of fun, and why not have a conversation? It's always nice to have a look back through memory lane and just have a look and see where we've been. As I said, this whole year is a celebration of Marvel Legends, and we're only in February, so we've still got another 11 full months of talking Marvel Legends with you, and it's going to be great. But as I said, let's wrap up, and let me wrap up by saying, of course, make sure you come back, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff, because every single Thursday, me and Brandon are here talking toys, mainly Legends, but we like to talk about this, that, and everything. Every other Sunday, so not this week, but the following Sunday, Legends and Liquor. If you're a channel member, get involved. Come and talk some toys with us. Hopefully, we'll have a Fan First Friday to talk about before the next Legends and Liquor as well. Turtles and Tea with me and Tanner. And again, if you are channel members, remember that you can message me to be a guest on any of these shows. The Thursday stream, as I said, we'll keep strict with me and Brandon, Rich, and the odd guest here and there. But channel members have got free reign. If you want to come on Turtles and Tea, you want to come on Joe's and Juice, not like 7 people at a time, more like 1 or 2 extra guests is fine. So again, hit that channel membership button at the Members Club tier, and then come and talk some toys with us no matter what you like. We have plenty of options now. Brandon, where can the good people find you online, my friend? I will put it up. There you go.
As always, guys, hero.collections on Instagram. Bro, it was a pleasure, as is every Thursday evening. This Bucky is actually really cool, you know. But hey, look at who it is. So see, Kylo's not as small as Teddy, so I can't pick him up.
He's much more behaved. Teddy's been going a bit wild outside the door.
He loves this room, you know.
Why not?
He loves this room.
If I come round your house, Brandon, that's the room I'd want to be in.
He knows I'm talking about him. But yeah, he's looking at me like, can we go to bed now? Anyway, yes, as always, bro, a pleasure. Hero.collections. I did have some stuff that I think I was going to post this week, like the last couple of days, but I needed a couple of days off. I've been posting photos every single day for weeks. So I'm going to pick it back up again at the weekend.
Yeah, this weekend I'm hoping for some bit of chill. I ain't got anything major planned, so I'm going to set up my new computer. Hopefully this time next week I'll be streaming on my new setup and computer.
Yeah, there you go.
It's still the same camera, people, so don't expect to see like a visually changed. You won't even know, but I will be much more happier sitting here stress-free, knowing I ain't got to look at 7 screens and my Streamlabs is going to crash because I flick a button. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And I need to put some figures back on the shelf. I'm definitely filming a collection video this month. That's like, come on, it's got to happen. And yeah, I've got a few pre-orders in, but I've got, as I said, I've just bought a computer. So thank you, Bring Toys to Work. I will be pre-ordering the new X-Men wave, that's for sure. But yeah, until then, people, go and check out the live streams. Go and check out the replay. Go and check out Turtles and Tea, by the way. With 50 views off, hitting 1,000. And basically, most of my videos in January have hit 1,000 plus. So I'd love Turtles and Tea to sort of cross that line as well. Me and Tanner basically recap last year's Turtle figures and what to expect in 2022 from NECA. We recap all of the checklist they released over Christmas, etc. So go and check out Turtles and Tea. It's on the videos tab. There is a playlist. If you like Turtles of any era, come and just talk some Turtles with us. It's always fun. But yeah, I'm 50 views off 1,000 on that, and I'd like that to hit 1,000 for my own OCD. But yeah, that is my last plug. And other than that, it's Dan Who on Instagram. Both the Instagrams on the pages. It links in the description. Follow me on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And let's get out of here. Brandon, let's give him a wave. And let's
have a good one, guys.
Press the end button, and this is where we whisper. Thank you very much, Keith T, Eric, Alfred, Abel, Phil Jones, Mr. Williams, Phil,
everybody.
The super producer, Rich M. Your boy's got toys. Isn't actually unsubscribed. Thank you very much, Alexia. Glad you didn't leave me. Tony Collector, Mike D, Gahubru J, Articulated Heroes, Prophet 924, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Damien Ristori, Jamie Goddard, Chris, Action Figure Export, Abnugler, where have you been, my friend? Hope you're well. Owen Manuel, Keith T, Mike D, to catch a legend. I see you all. I appreciate you all.